I'm gonna die!
What?
This is... this is music you hear before you get murdered by a serial killer. Michael Myers is gonna pop out of the closet. Live from Austin, Texas, where it's none of your damn business what me and the princess were doing in the graveyard at 3 a.m. It's Retro Pals with Danny and Alex. Hello, Alex.
Hello, Danny. You're right. It's none of my business. I hope you were doing something other than stealing bones. Please don't steal bones from a graveyard.
We were just hanging out, you know?
Okay.
Doing
okay.
stuff. She's secretly a goth, okay?
Okay.
She wanted to express her gothness, and now it's everyone's business, I guess, so now we all have to talk about it. And anyway, hi, it's Retro Pals. Tonight we're covering Ghosts and Goblins, and Ghouls and Ghosts, and Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins, and a whole bunch of them. We're going to cover the entire damn series, along with a whole bunch of ports, oddities, and spin-offs, as the title of the stream suggests.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too. You may have heard that I like this series.
A little bit.
I'm kind of a fan, you might say. So, yeah, let's get to it. Alex, why don't you thank some folks?
Thank you, Spectrum Mint, for the 12-month reset. That's a whole year. 1 year of pals. Thank you so much for all the content this year and helping me through the best and worst of life. Well, we're glad to help, and thank you.
Oh, thank you for the entire year.
Smebble Bear, 86 big-ass months. One
Big
large
ass
Cosa
months.
Nostra pizza man. It's Fat Bear months. You know, Fat Bear Week just ended.
Happy Fat Bear Week, everybody.
And a mom won. It was the first time a mom bear has won, so congrats to moms.
Man, okay, for a second I thought you meant a human mom, and I was like, that doesn't seem fair.
Well, thank you to Uzi for the 79-month Prime sub. Thank you.
Thank you for so many months, Uzi.
And thank you, 68K Heart, 54-month resub with the cookies. Thank you so very much.
Cookies blessings to you.
Revenant, 56-month resub. Heard there were gonna be some goblins tonight.
Goblins?
Goblins.
I don't know. Could be. You might see a goblin or two.
Thank you, Kabi Torori, for the 51-month resub. So how many 1cc's we reckon can Danny do of the many ports of Ghosts and Goblins? Danny, you have to 1cc them all.
50 in a row.
Okay, good job. Good luck. Thank you, Cartman, for the 100 bits. Ghouls and Goblins and Ghosts and Ghosts. Lots of ghosts.
Ghosts and ghosts? Wow. Double the ghosts.
And ghosts.
Thanks, everybody. All right, so you may have heard it's October, home of a little holiday called Halloween. You may have heard. So we took it to our patrons. We asked if we were to do a stream bit that includes ports, oddities, and other things based on one of these two popular series, which would you rather see? And this is how that turned out.
You're like, fuck Castlevania.
It was really close, though. Castlevania almost had it at the beginning, but then Ghosts and Goblins pulled ahead. I may have bribed a few people to make that happen, but nothing is officially on the books, so you can't prove shit. Anyway, that's why we're playing Ghosts and Goblins. Thanks, everybody, for voting. I appreciate it. So, Ghosts and Goblins. What is there to say about this? It's a series about a little guy in some armor who fights various demons and devils, and let's just get started.
Okay.
We have a lot of games to get to. I want to start off with the original Ghosts and Goblins arcade game, because hardly anyone plays this. Whenever anyone talks about Ghosts and Goblins, the original, they always talk about the NES port, which was kind of infamous for many reasons we're going to get into. But so few people play the original arcade game. So let's start off with Makaimura Japan Revision G, which is the version you want to play in MAME.
Okay,
if
that
you ever,
one?
Yeah, it's the one preferred by speedrunners and other people who are fans of the game. This is the version you're most likely to have fun with, and it's one I recommend. We're just jumping right on in.
Let's friggin' go.
Oh, look at that. Makaimura.
Please deposit coin, Danny.
Okay, so the name of this series is something that's been hotly debated over the years. Original Japanese version is called Makaimura. Mura means town or city or whatever, and Makai refers to like the realm of the demons.
Okay.
Like the Makai realm.
Okay.
In translated versions, it's referred to as the Ghoul realm or the Demon realm. If you were to literally translate it, it would be called like Spooksville or like Demonsburg or something like that.
Scary town.
It's not really, people have often called it like Helltown or something. That's not really equivalent. There's no humans in Demonburg. They're all just, it's a land of demons where they just hang out and do whatever. And the two worlds, the human world and the demon world, have crossed, and that's our problem.
Okay.
Anyway, we're just hanging out, as the demons do. But then the demons crossed over the portal into the human world. And look at that. Now we got a whole bunch of bullshit to go through.
Bill Bull, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. We are showing off the makais and the muras.
Hey, Bill. Thanks for the raid. How was Aliens on the MSX? I played the Famicom Disk System version of that. That game was pretty messed up. Hope you had fun, though. And welcome, everybody. We're going to cover every game in the Ghouls'n Goblins series, along with ports, spin-offs, oddities, and all that kind of stuff. I'm a big fan of this game. I've streamed this pretty often on my solo channel. I just like it. I had the NES version as a kid, and I never got past level 2 without cheating. It was only many years later that I learned how to play the arcade game and got kind of decent at it. If you weren't here from the beginning, the version of the arcade game you definitely want to play is Makaimura Revision G. So make sure you play that one.
What's the difference?
Other versions made the game impossible. Like, I've played this game so many times and I still don't know how to clear some of the difficult versions of this game where they redid enemy spawns on the last level along with other things. I don't know how to beat the two Satans at the end of the game in those versions. If anyone knows how, write in.
God, those burrito ghosts look delicious. And thank you so very much to Rocket City Rando. 5 gift subs. Thank you.
Hey, thank you for the 5 gift subs. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I just want to play a little bit of this to establish a baseline for the series, to know what to expect from the future ports and spin-offs and whatnot. Mm-hmm. It's a lot to take in. And many people don't know just how expansive the series is. A lot of people think the Super Nintendo game is just a port of the Genesis one, and no, it's not. That's actually Makaimura 3. But we'll get there when we get there.
Okay. Thank you, Carmen, for the 100 G-bits. Appreciate it. I love the demons with the heart tattoos. They're so cool.
Those guys in the NES manual are called Big Men. That's their official name.
Well, that's certainly what they are. See, you've never had me commentate on this game before, so you gotta get all my great perspectives, like, look at those hunks.
That's the thing I like about this game, and I think that's what won people over to it in the beginning, because these characters, for 1985, they look very well-defined and cartoonish.
They do, they do.
On the big men's arms, you can see they have little heart tattoos. That's a nice little detail.
Yeah, no, I actually really like the sprite work in this game, and I really like the enemies, especially the red armors. They look so cool. I'm sorry. Yeah. They're really cool.
Yeah, it helps to bear in mind just how early this game was. This game was contemporaneous with Super Mario Brothers. This came out in '85, and they both pretty much just split off in different directions as far as the whole platformer formula goes. Mario was more of the mascot type, and this was more of the impossible action platformer type.
God, that guy jumps fast.
Along with games like Rygar and frickin' Genpei Tomaden and whatnot. So in arcades, platformers evolved a different branch than they did on consoles. And it's all up to preference as to which you prefer. I prefer the arcades.
You prefer the impossible action platformer?
I love impossible action platformers. The more impossible, the better.
I'm the opposite. I like the cutesy Mario, like Waggian Land style platformers, the Bubsy shit.
Can we get along?
I mean, I hope so. We've been married for how many years?
Yeah, we've been streaming for like 9 years now. This is going to be the breaking point. I'm going to be like, you what? You prefer Bubsy?
Well, I mean,
Are you shitting my ass right now?
I am shitting right in your ass.
Whoa.
It's really impressive.
They don't let you do that under the new Twitch rules. You also can't show hips.
I feel bad, but I'm like, I feel like us guy VTubers are really lucky because we don't have a lot of rules and restrictions.
Yeah, the world's great for guys.
I was gonna say, maybe I should just like wear a bikini or something.
Yeah, why not? Push the limits.
I should wear a bikini on top of my outfit and see if they get mad at that.
What, is there a rule against this? They'll make one.
Maybe I should do that in real life. Just wear jeans and a shirt and then a bikini top on.
Yeah, sure. It's the new fashion trend. So the red airmers, those red guys, that's a sticking point for a lot of people. But as you can see, there are ways of dealing with them. In later loops, they get really, really angry at you, and they're tougher to deal with. If I'm able to, I do want to show off one loop, though. Just so you can see all stages, and you can see where everything that came, that the sequels got their stuff from.
Those eyeball platforms are gross.
Yeah, imagine stepping on these.
I've thought that when you play this before, and I've watched it, I've been like, oh, I bet it's gushy. Ew.
Yeah, it's
I hate
gushy.
things that are wet. Eyeballs
I didn't
are
think
too wet.
I didn't think it was gross until you described it as gushy.
It is gushy. Eyeballs
Now
are
it's
gushy.
disgusting.
They're so gross. They're like, ugh. I hate things that are wet. So eyeballs definitely fall into the bad category for me.
This game is now reprehensible to me. Thanks, Alex.
You're welcome. Good luck winning, thinking about the gushiness.
Now, there is a weapon you need to clear the game with. If you don't have it when you beat the penultimate boss, it makes you go back and get it. So here is the best spot to get it. We're looking for a cross. It's a shield in the American version. Did you know?
I didn't know, and now I do.
No, that was only 5. There it is.
There you go.
This thing's nice. It has a very short range, but it can block shots, so you basically want to keep it after you get it. As for how you can play this version, I recommend MAME. MAME is the best way to play any arcade game, pretty much. But the Capcom Arcade Stadium version of this, if you play the Japanese version, it actually is Revision G, so that's probably the easiest way to do it. That's either $1 or $2 on Steam, depending on if it's on sale or not. Big recommend, by the way. Everybody should join the Makaimura Club.
I agree. I'm not joining, though. Sorry. I'm not joining unless there's, like, a point-and-click Makaimura adventure game.
Maybe there will be someday.
Okay. Like that Bubble Bobble game?
Oh, yeah. They can do anything. That's such a good game.
Sorry, I think about that game so
I
much.
do too, the ZX Spectrum Bubble Bobble text adventure.
Which is so good to try to turn, like, an action, like, you know, single-screen game into a... That's so good.
At this point in the game, this is where levels start to take you multiple hours just to finish a single one of them, if it's your first playthrough. Don't get discouraged, this game's impossible for everyone. But there's nothing more satisfying than finally learning how this game plays and staying ahead of its tricks. That's why I recommend it so much.
Okay, so hear me out. You know how a lot of retro games are like hip and cool now, and there's a lot of like, you know, oh, look at this retro revival, whatever, and team ups and whatever.
You bastard!
Hear me out.
I wasn't, not you.
I know, it's okay. I know. It actually had to do with that little bastard you were killing. What if Chipotle teamed up to make those burrito ghosts? And they're like, you know how Wendy's is doing like the SpongeBob Krabby Patty meal? It's just like, you know.
Yeah, official burrito ghosts. That's how you can bring back Ghosts and Goblins.
Get your ghostly ass into Chipotle for a Ghouls' Ghost burrito.
Alright, so super obscure trivia, and I
Okay.
really, really want to know why this is the case, so if anyone knows, feel free to explain. In the Japanese version, those ghosts are called woody pigs. Anyone wanna shed some light on why that is?
Chat, what is a woody pig?
Because I sure don't know. This guy here is Satan.
That makes sense.
You kind of want to kite him until he gets into a favorable position.
I like when you climb at the top thing, they show off your butt really well in that tidy white.
Yeah, that's a beloved series tradition. He has a dedicated animation frame for showing off his ass at the top of ladders. Maybe it's a pigs in a blanket joke? Could be.
That would make sense! Pigs in okay.
It is called that in Japanese. Do they have pigs in a blanket in Japan? Are there pigs unblanketed over there? I have so many questions.
I do too. I actually don't know. I've been watching a lot of YouTube shorts about Japanese restaurants, and I haven't seen pigs in a blanket yet, but...
Let me know if they pop up.
Okay.
So this is the last level. Very short game, actually, if you can get through it without dying. Not very easy, for the record. But after you've played through it something like 1,200 times, it becomes a little easier.
Hey, it's the money red armor.
Yeah.
Share to have prosperous money.
Oh, that was good. I think we might do we might clear this after all. I'm only gonna do one loop.
Okay.
Famously, this game does have 2 loops. Something that people have decried over the years. I don't know why they focus on this game though. That was typical of Capcom arcade games from back then. Yeah, they made you do 2 loops in order to finally clear it before it said get off the machine.
Even Sun Sun?
Sun, I think loops infinitely.
Oh, okay.
But something like Trojan or say fucking Speed Rumbler, those make you do 2 loops. Maybe it's because this one is especially difficult. Like, it's a trial just to do it once, and then it's all like, lol, no, do it again. It's gonna be tougher this time. Alright, at the end of this level you have to fight 2 Satans. This was in the Bible, I think.
Okay. Yeah, in the 40 Days in the Desert, it was like, haha, I'm Satan too! The sequel to Satan!
Didn't think there'd be 2 of me, did you, Jesus?
Oh!
And then Jesus smote him with a cross. There we go. It's not that bad. All you gotta do is beat the game.
Alright.
It's him! We're gonna see a lot of this guy tonight. This is Astaroth.
Astaroth, okay.
Famous for his 2 faces.
Yeah, I don't like the face in his crotch, but that happens. Oh, man!
I hate when the room is an illusion and is a trap devised by Satan. Hate when that happens. Alright, so that's loop 1 of the game. You gotta clear the second one. You know what, Alex? Hit F7.
Okay.
I have a save state at the end of loop 2. Let's go ahead and clear this. Push 1 on your keyboard. I did this to determine where the armor is here. Hint, it's exactly right here, if you
Nice.
need that. Yeah, so second loop. Oh boy. The game really turns into an asshole. It decides it does not want you to clear it.
Oh, the Woody Pig is supposed to be wearing a tree stump. Okay. I can see that. I can see that.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Still think they look like burritos, though, and it will never look like anything else to me.
A little bit.
Flying Jawa burrito.
Flying Java burrito. Many influences here in the Ghouls'n Goblins realm. Star Wars, burritos. This guy's really tough
I
on loop
love
2.
him. I'm sorry.
He does a jaunty little dance.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. I love the jaunty dance he does.
If anyone has a Sardu 2 Stomp, feel free to post it. So one neat thing about this game that kind of informed its development, in my opinion, is that was the first character designed for it. Before they did anything, the very first character they designed wasn't the hero, wasn't the levels, wasn't Satan. It was the freaking Red Aramer.
I get it.
And they named it after the programmer in the office who would like get pissed off when his code didn't compile or whatever. He would turn red, and he was bald. And also he was Satan.
I'm sorry, being like, see this bald red asshole? That's you. That's you, man.
And then it became a beloved series, so he just became known as the bald red asshole. Shout out to you, Arima, wherever you are now. Hopefully still in the industry.
This is version G.
Yeah, this is Makaimura Japan Revision G. This is the version that's recommended by speedrunners and whatnot. It is the most possible version, in my estimation. Hey, there we go.
Hey! Hug.
So there's one deathless loop, and then we skipped the rest of loop 2 just to get to the ending. Just to show you it is possible. People have done it.
Happy end.
This story is happy end, and I feel strong dwelling in my body.
You sure feel strong.
And then you gotta do it again, because this game loops infinitely. The best I've done is 10 loops. That takes around 3 hours.
Danny?
I've known people who have done upwards of 33 loops, so that's something to shoot for in the future. Alex doesn't know what to think of me anymore.
No.
Alright, so we're here to show the offshoots of this game. Now that you've seen the ins and outs of it, the story of a knight who gets down to his tidy-whities after he takes a hit, and then skeletonizes after that. Let's see where that took us. Alex, bring up a Mr. video window, if you would. All right, let's get right into it. Most people know this game from the NES port, so let's do it. Ghosts and Goblins for NES. Oh, boy. I love the arcade game. I had the NES version as a kid. I didn't much enjoy it, but I still played the shit out of it. As you do when you're a kid and you have like 5 games.
Oh, look at him! He's so cute! You're so dinky!
Everything is really dinky or blomby in this game.
This is adorable! You're a little dinky boy!
Can you turn it down on our end a little bit?
Yeah,
this game is a little shrill. I feel bad for my mom for having to live in the same house with me as I played this incessantly as a kid. I'd bring it up every so often on the phone and she'd be like, oh yeah, that game that was like da 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 da, and I was like, oh my god, this poor woman has had to listen to this for so many hours. Boot blacking, thank you for the bits.
Thank you. Oh, Toshio Arima. Okay.
Yeah, there you go, that's his name. Is he still bald, red, and nude? Anyone know?
Oh my god, he's so dinky! I love him! I want to give him a little hug!
There's different strategies for dealing with him in the NES one. If you jump up when he dives, he'll he won't attack the ground, so that's an easier way to deal with him.
Oh, Danny. There's a nice updated ROM of this on your Mister that fixes an update. Oh, graphics into the arcade, really?
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So, this version has problems. First of all, this was before Capcom had their own internal NES division. They were just all about arcade games, and they were like, this console thing, we don't know if it's going to be big, we don't know if this is going to work out, just farm it out to, like, some guy who may just be literally making games in his garage. So that's why Micronics made this.
Yes, it was Mike.
They actually did have help. There's some hidden credits in this game that suggest that upwards of 3 people worked on this, which is, like, huge for Micronics. But suffice to say, it's not a perfect arcade port. You want to fucking fuck off?
No.
If Micronics was really one guy, we still don't know. We suspect that. What you may not know is that this game was massive in Japan. This home port was very well regarded. It sold literally millions. And that's because this was the first Famicom game to ever use a memory mapper chip.
Oh.
Like, fucking, I'm not used to this version. So those late era NES games that you see, like Kirby's Adventure and Castlevania 3 or whatnot, the reason why they look and sound so much better than early era games like Clu Clu Land or Super Mario Brothers is literally because they invented chips to put on the cartridges themselves to expand the capabilities of the system. If not for those chips, Super Mario Brothers would be the best looking Famicom game ever made. But this being among the first MMC1 games, people saw this and they were like, holy shit, there's background details that they don't have to use over and over again. They can make this game look like the arcade version, like, conceivably.
It looks pretty. It looks not that. It doesn't look that bad. I'm making fun of it for being dinky, but it's NES. What do you want?
Yeah, for 86 on the NES, this is the best you can hope for.
86? Okay, yeah, no, this is great for 86.
Good sounds in this game. Alright, so that's the NES one. You know what that looks like. You know what that plays like. If you want to play it, that's your business, but I do recommend the arcade version over that. Now, a version of the game you may not be familiar with came out on the PC-88, so let's play that.
Okay.
Why don't you load up MAME again, so we can see what PC-88 Makaimura looks like.
Okay.
This one I was very curious to see. It's the second one there.
All right. This one?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm supposed to press scroll lock, correct?
Yeah, as soon as the game boots, push scroll lock,
Okay.
so you can disable the keyboard. Oh, there's a second window. Click on the MAME icon at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, MAME complains when you try to play this. It doesn't want to. Okay, now if you would, hold insert so we can speed this up. Hey, here we go. Capcom and ASCII team up to bring you Makaimura. God, we're actually doing this. Push the space key if you would. All right, now give me another speed up. All right, we're in it.
Sheesh.
And unbelievably, this is based on the NES port. It looks like it uses the same graphics. It plays similarly. It sounds, looks, and plays worse. Your jump is a lot floatier for some reason. Also, everything is piss yellow.
It is piss yellow. This looks like ZX Spectrum to me.
Yeah, for real. Was this a king or a frog king? Okay, it's a regular king. Unique to the Famicom, and I guess this version is the Frog King, which is a joke item that turns you into a frog. Man, Micronics had some funny ideas about Makaimura. Like, they added enemy weaknesses that weren't present in the arcade version, as in you needed to have certain weapons to fight certain bosses. But they did it really stupidly. Oh, this guy.
Oh my god, he has so little
What? One of his shots went like 1 frame per minute, and the other shot went like 3 frames per minute. Ugh.
You're nude and red as well, so you're both nude and red in this game.
This is weird, Alex. Fucking... Okay, we're good. Hey!
Hey, you got your thing.
They redid the hidden armor placements, goddammit. Let's see if I can get to the end of this level. This is bizarre. Having played a shit ton of the NES and the arcade versions of this just plays nothing like either of them. Ah, shut up! Shut up!
It's fine.
Shut up! Oh, you're making the worst noise possible! Oh, what do the woody pigs sound like? These things make the worst sound in the NES version. They just scream. Are there woody pigs? Is this oh, there they are. Yeah, here we go. Okay, that's a good approximation of the sound they make in the NES one. Oh boy, it spawns a shit ton more!
That's a lot of woody pigs.
My weapons don't work. And this guy... Oh boy. I don't think we're doing this, folks. Whoa, oh,
okay.
Oh. Holy shit. Alright, this is officially the furthest I've gotten in PC-88 Makaimura. Not a recommended way to play the game, but if this is your only system back in '87, it's either this or Hide Glide. So, enjoy.
I hate to say it, I'd rather play Hide Glide.
Yeah, me too. What's level 2 look like? Probably normal and good.
Mm-hmm. It's not going to be piss-colored.
Speed us up a little.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, it's blue.
What the?
Dabba-dee-dabba-die.
It just
Nice.
spawns like 1,000 guys every time.
Well,
What's
what's wrong with 1,000 guys?
I guess I do like a challenge.
Okay.
Alright, we made it. I want to see what your beloved big men look like on the PC-88.
They're not going to be big at all. They're going to be tiny men.
The smallest men you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
If
Like
I even get
sprites, 2 pixels.
there. There they are.
Okay, they even have the heart tattoo still.
I guess, yeah, there's a little heart tattoo. They look okay. Man, that downward facing position.
He's got a good smile. I like the smile.
It's a good face.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's enough of that.
All right.
Get out of here. I don't want to play PC-88 Makaimura anymore. He had that baby face, yeah. Okay, bring me back to the Mr. menu, if you would. Because we have one more version to show off before we get to the microcomputers, God forbid. That's right, we're going into microcomputer world for this, but first of all, we got to show off the Game Boy Color port of Ghosts and Goblins that was released in 1999, I think, or 2000 even.
That's pretty late.
So let's have a look at that. So Game Boy Color, not much more powerful than the NES, but it could do some stuff. Let's see if it could do a good Ghosts and Goblins. And for whatever goddamn reason, they based it on the NES port. I don't know why, but they took all the graphics and basically a lot of other stuff directly from the NES port.
Sure is.
But they added in a new warbly soundtrack, and they made it play a lot better. So it's not that bad. It's just weird that they chose to base it on the NES one. Like, look how smooth it is. This is buttery smooth.
Chat?
NES one was like 14 frames per second. And
Yeah,
this
it's
is
beautiful, but chat, listen to this music.
Yeah, they hired some C64 music guy to make this, I'm sure.
It's so borbly. It's like you're listening to the theme while your head's underwater.
I'm being drowned while listening to the Ghosts and
That's what
Goblins
it sounds
music.
like. It sounds like water music.
That's eventually what's going to happen. Alex is going to get sick of me incessantly playing Ghosts and Goblins.
No, that's fine.
Alright, that guy,
Although,
they
I do
changed his
have to-
pet.
I do. I will build a pool specifically for me to hide in when you play.
So this is similar, but also completely different from the NES version. Like, aesthetically, Jesus Christ.
Boop.
Aesthetically, exact match for the NES one, but in terms of gameplay and music and whatever, they just completely changed it up. I guess they made it better. I haven't really played enough of this to really decide for myself. Maybe it's the ultimate version of Ghosts and Goblins. The world may never know. Okay, the woody pigs make a normal noise when they fly.
Okay, that's good. They should oink.
Yeah, they should. Someone make a port where they oink. Nah, it's fine. I guess you can play this if you want. Again, it's easier to just play the arcade version nowadays, so do that if at all possible.
Music by Alistair Brimble.
That's the most C64
know.
composer sounding name I've ever heard in my life. Alistair Brimble. Okay, so that's Ghosts and Goblins, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the sake of time, when we cover the microcomputer games, we're going to cover Ghosts and Goblins and its sequel, Ghouls and Ghosts, at the same time. So, before we do that, why not see the arcade version of Ghouls and Ghosts, aka Dai Makaimura. Or Big Makaimura. that's literally the name they chose. It's so weird the way they chose the names for this series. They couldn't just call it Ghosts and Goblins 2 or Makaimura 2. In both regions, they gave them new ridiculous names that make it really difficult to track. So I did a top 100 list on stream a while back, and you may recall this was number 1 on that list. I fucking love Ghouls and Ghosts. The original Ghosts and Goblins, that's like a 10 out of 10 game in 85. You could say it's a little tough to play nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
This game, this is timeless. It is perfect. It is, as far as I'm concerned, the ultimate action platformer. I recommend this one in a big way, even with Arthur's six-legged horse. Oh, look at that logo.
Sick. Oh, I know that noise. Sorry, I've heard that noise so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is the game that's going to run in my head because of how much you play it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I've done this game damageless, as in I haven't taken a hit and I've done both loops. I kind of like this game a lot. We're not going to see a full one loop clear because I want to get to all these ports, but I did want to just basically show off what makes this game bigger and better than the first Ghosts and Goblins. So you can fire in all directions. There's stuff to hit. There's dudes. There's armor. I wanted to show off a particular mechanic, but we may have skipped past it. Remind me to show off the magician in a second.
Okay.
There's one crucial addition to this game. Yeah, fine, we'll take this. This weapon sucks. Basically, in pretty much every Ghosts and Goblins game, you want the knife. The knife is the best weapon. The lance is also okay, your starting weapon. Everything else is really dependent on situations, and you really are better off with other weapons. This is something that's carried throughout the entire series. Like, you can get different weapons if you want. So new to this game, you get to be a duck.
Why are you a duck?
I don't know why, but I'm glad they did it.
Danny, you might say this game isn't all it's quacked up to be.
I wouldn't say that, no.
You actually wouldn't say that. I apologize.
There's also magic in this game you can charge up and use. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. Yeah, I deserve that ban.
Thank you. Thank you for banning Alex.
Thank you, Cartman, for the bits. Yeah, AVGN is right. Get the knife.
You gotta get the knife. It's true.
Cool pig that also has a heart tattoo.
Yeah, they carried over the big men, and now they're explicitly pigs.
I like that. Pigmen rock. Shoutouts to Pigmen all over the world.
I love Pigmen.
Mm-hmm.
And Pigmen 2 and Pigmen 3 for the Switch.
Oh, I gotta try those games one of these days. You know, I've never played a Pikmin.
I haven't either.
Are we like a rare breed? Are they gonna put us in a zoo like the only gamers who haven't done the Pikmin?
Yeah, you have to take the Pikmin challenge.
Okay.
It's required. You're not a real person unless you played Pikmin.
Oh, they're turtles. I always thought they were like Shredder's helmet.
Look at these backgrounds here. What do you suppose happened to these windmills to get overcome by slime, it looks like?
Yeah, it's gloop. I guess the demons did it. The demons came in and they were like, slop it up, boys.
I guess this game takes a level or two to get to the Makai realm. It's always interesting to see when it switches fully over to the demon realm. Because usually they start off in like the human world, and then it's all like, oh shit, shit's really fucked up now. We're in the realm of the Makai. We also got our friend in this game, the Red Arimer. And here he is.
Oh, he's chilling.
Look at all those skulls he got. Where'd you get all those skulls, buddy?
Well, he's tossing them at you. He's trying to give you some.
Hey,
It's
free
like-
skulls.
It's like, hey, take a skull. Hey, why are you shooting me? I'm just trying to give you skulls.
It's so good. I could just play this for the next 12 hours, so you should probably stop me here.
Yeah, let's stop Danny before it's too late.
But there you go. Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, 2 incredible arcade games. If you play one, I do recommend Dai Makaimura. Big Makaimura, big recommend. All right, Alex, bring up that Mr. Window. It's time for suffering.
All right, suffering time, friends.
So you may have heard that these games were quite popular in their time, and that made them good candidates for home ports. We saw the NES version, which didn't turn out great for a variety of reasons, but it was okay. However, in Europe, it was a different story. In Europe, there are a variety of microcomputers, many of which we've covered here on stream before. And we're going to cover these, in my estimation, based on their ability to deliver good ports of Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts in order.
Okay.
So the one computer I least expect to be able to deliver ports of these games is the ZX Spectrum. So let's go ahead and play ZX Spectrum Ghosts and Goblins. Okay, we got a little snapshot for this one, which is a fucking Z80 file.
Z80.
And it's just called Ghosts and Goblins. In the arcade, they released it under several different names, including Ghost and Goblings. Like, one Ghost and Goblins was spelled Goblings with a G at the end. Like, they fucked up the marquee and they just shipped it like that.
What is a
What is a Gobling? Any European gamers want to tell me what a Gobling is?
I want to say a goblin is a baby goblin.
Okay.
Like a little goblin.
A little Gobling. That's not Ghosts and Goblins, that's Ghouls and Ghosts. Fuck.
You got too excited, honey.
Ghosts and I'm already confused.
It's
This
okay. Here we go. Oh, wow.
One. All right. Here we go.
Elite, huh?
Yeah, Elite Gaming. Spectrum version by Keith. Thank you, Keith.
Goblin is a goblin with style. Okay.
Let me turn on my freaking keyboard and enable our Kimpston joystick.
Gobbling is the treasure goblins carry, Danny.
Thanks, Alex.
I didn't make that up. I just added some flair. Oh my god! This is so cute! You're a little baby!
Oh, here we go. It's time for ZX Spectrum Ghosts and Goblins.
Oh, that's a really quiet audio. It's like bonk.
Oh, actually, I may have turned this down. Yeah.
It's okay. I don't think there's much to hear.
Yeah, there's no music. There's just a little blip that sounds like you're squishing a bug whenever you hit a guy. The zombies, weirdly enough, like, angle themselves as they're going up.
Yeah, they do.
And it's hard to jump because, as you may expect, up is jump.
Yeah, this scrolling is amazing for Spectrum.
Yeah, I've seen worse. It's just the whole color choice, you know?
The piss yellow.
Yeah. You know, you were right on the money about the PC-88 version looking like the ZX Spectrum. Even though they're completely different ports, they kept the whole piss yellow aesthetic.
Weirdly, I think the ZX Spectrum version looks better.
It does scroll better.
It does scroll really nice.
You get
like,
to see more of
really
the screen
nice.
at once. Is the ZX Spectrum based? Picture that in a YouTube thumbnail.
I was gonna say you're gonna be one of those YouTube thumbnails with your like arms crossed, and you're gonna be like, making that face.
The best way to play Ghosts and Goblins?
You gotta call it Ghosts and Goblins and everything.
Yeah. All right, what's the Reamer look like? He's bigger than me. Well, clearly
He's got a little pop belly. I love him.
Clearly they realized the best feature of this game and made him quite large. Oh, there's an invisible wall there. That's cool, I guess. Hey. Now, this being a microcomputer from 1981, I'm not going to expect this to deliver a perfect port of this game. Oh, fuck you.
I'm sorry.
I got owned there.
This port only has 3 stages. Beautiful.
Only 3 stages. That's cool. I bet there's not even 2 loops. You just do them once, probably.
Revenger of Vengeance with a 31-month resub. Welcome and thank you.
Hey, thank you for the sub.
Whee.
Welcome to the world of the ZX Spectrum.
Yeah, I can't get over how cute Arthur is. He's so baby.
I think I kind of like the way the zombies emerge. It's like they're walking their way through the dirt, like Bugs Bunny tunneling through it. They're just coming up being like, oh, I took the wrong turn at Albuquerque.
I do like the bootleg red armor on Ghouls'n and that Ghouls'n Goblins.
Oh, that's good.
Bootleg. Yeah, it's
I
good.
like him.
Danny has their own bootleg marquee.
Yeah, it's from the Italian bootleg version. What's it called, Alex?
Ghostly Goblins. I'm staring at it right now.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you can find a picture of that marquee online anymore. I ought to take a better picture of it.
Yeah, you gotta.
All right. Fucking, that's Ghouls'n Goblins for the fucking ZX Spectrum.
Thank you, Punch MSX 7-month resub. Thank you, thank you.
Hey, thank you for the sub. So now we gotta play Ghouls and Ghosts, which came several years later and should be even better.
All right.
Wait, it has a load my tape drive. Load my tape loader. No. Well, will a snapshot work? Let's find out. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Okay, he looks cool.
I like that title screen.
I like the blood on the guillotine.
That's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
What was the default? I think it was Sinclair 1 and 2.
Yeah. Music's better.
Yeah, turn that up. So this port, across multiple platforms, was by Software Creations. And at the time, they employed a lad by the name of Timothy Fallon. So that's why
Really? That's why it's so...
So that's why the music in these ports is pretty good. Oh, this is nice, actually.
This is really good. Can I just listen to this?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, little unknown composer you don't know about. Corp. Did they have the rights to that over there? A lot of people released the arcade game. Capcom, Romstar, Taito. It really got around. Alright, no delaying this. Let's get it.
Let's do it. Oh. Look at the drama in that intro.
That was pretty dramatic.
It's got the little mini-map this time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're a little guy, but this seems like it's better. Like, I'm not fooling. This doesn't seem...
Yeah, this control's
bad.
okay. Scrolling's pretty good. Colors aren't so bad. Do you get to be a duck? You do, however briefly.
Okay.
Now the problem is, in this game, it had the ability to shoot up and down. And when you push up, you just jump, because that's jump. So you kind of have to work around that. Is this guy going to move? Can I do this? That's an advanced technique, not recommended. Is that a knife?
Yeah.
Wow, blessed drop. We might beat this. We're not going to beat this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, no, you're not.
What's over here? Oh,
Death.
it's death. Okay.
I like how it's
All right.
immediate death.
Just smash cut to death. Ah! The wind's blowing. It's a windy day here in
what's going on
here in Helltown. The winds are picking up.
It's so windy, Danny.
I think if they wanted to go with the whole preserving the Makaimura, the intent of the title, they could have just called it Ghost Town. I think that would have been nice.
Yeah, but let's be honest. If you were a kid and you saw if you had a choice between like all those arcade games and a game called Ghost Town, wouldn't you rather choose Ghosts and Goblins? It sounds much cooler.
That's true. What about Ghoulsville?
Ghoulsville would work. Ghoulsville would work really well in the 80s. Oh
All right,
my God.
let's go back in time and tell Capcom to title the US version Ghoulsville. And the sequel, Ghoul World, by Ralph Bakshi.
If Ralph Bakshi animated this, it would just be the graveyard scene where everyone's nude. They would go into explicit details why Arthur was nude. It would be really unwatchable.
Yeah, he'd have his dong out.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone would be like, we didn't ask for this. And he's like, I don't care. This is my vision. My dong vision. Better than expected. Still kind of lacking in color, and still not a patch on the arcade game, as they would say across the pond. Still, for the time, I think this is pretty okay. So, ZX Spectrum, mark that down as better than expected.
Better than expected. Got it.
Let's see if I can reach the boss.
Okay.
Oh man, the big man.
Pig is just on the move.
Pig's on the move. Ooh. Oh, the Hellflowers just infinitely spawn in this version. They're set spawns in the arcade game. Gotta watch out for those guys.
Sure
Alright,
do.
first boss, Shielder. Let's see what he looks like on the spectrum. Whoa! Okay. That's not so bad.
They tried.
Yeah. An attempt was made. Wow. Wow, he's exploding.
That was wild, Danny.
There's something to this ZX Spectrum. I really want to dive deeper into this system, I think.
It's really charming.
It could really push past what you'd consider, possible on the system. They even did the freaking turtles. Okay, cool.
Cool.
Ghouls and Ghosts on ZX Spectrum, better than expected. Now, let's see how these games look on our favorite, the Amstrad CPC.
Oh, the Amstrad.
There's a system we're familiar with. We did the top 50 games for this thing a few weeks ago, and those games were better than expected. A whole lot of adventure games, a whole lot of space flight simulators that I couldn't figure out how to start, but the games that I could play were pretty impressive. So let's see how it can do a Ghosts and Goblins and a Ghouls and Ghosts.
Okay.
Okay, load disk. This is what we want. Let me just type G since I have a keyboard.
Oh, yeah. I thought I saw Garfield.
I thought I saw Garfield too. We can't get distracted.
No, we can't. We
gotta,
really can't.
We gotta focus. Ghosts. Ghost? Ghost and Goblins. Okay, this one is just the singular ghost.
Okay, just one. They can only afford room for one ghost on the Amstrad.
Okay. So, as usual, you type cat, and then you see... I guess we want goblins.
Mm-hmm.
Run, goblins. Run, goblins, run. Look at him run.
Hold on. Hold on. There we go.
Oh, man.
Go.
Alex, that's your boyfriend.
Oh, look at him. Look at them. They're so good.
That is a good-looking big man, I gotta say.
I like the big man. He's like, arr.
Alright, how do you start this thing up? It's one of these buttons. 1, F1, F2, spacebar, enter. It was one of those. Programmed by Nigel.
I'm sorry. Oh, making plans for Nigel, but his plans is to work in his garage. Oh my god!
God, Jesus!
Sorry, everybody. We just got it.
Wake up, everybody! This is your Alarmo talking.
Aw.
Okay, well, we have music in this version.
Oh, welcome.
And it looks like you only have one-hit deaths, and the zombies rise very slowly. This is a weird version. Welcome to the Makaimura rave. What is this soundtrack? Oh, there we go. The theme finally kicked
I
in.
really like the soundtrack, Danny. I'm sorry.
And now it's back to the Cracktro music.
No, I love this Cracktro vibes version of Ghouls of Ghosts and Goblins.
It's got vibes. I'll say that for sure. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? I did it. I jumped out of my ladder climbing position, and, well, you saw what happened. It was bullshit.
Okay, but this is what I'd want to hear at the cornfield rave. You know what I mean? I'd want to hear
Yeah,
this.
when you're hanging out with the princess at the graveyard.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Carmen, for the 100 bits. The Amstrad Alarmos, Lord Sugar screaming, "You lost me money." Thank you, thank you.
For those watching this archive, the Nintendo Alarmo was announced today. That is an alarm clock that costs $100. And it only works if you sleep alone.
I have an alarm clock that works when no matter how many things or people or objects are in my bed.
Cats. You can't use an Alarmo if you have a cat.
My phone is my alarm.
Anyway, we're the jokers here because this thing's gonna be a huge hit, and we're gonna be left in the dust.
There's gonna be a million of them. Everybody's gonna be like, join the Alarmo.
Where's the Aremer?
They couldn't put him in.
The music was going off for a second. Doop 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 doop.
Okay, Vinny, I do want to see local NYC ads with a costume guy called Alarmo who's selling security systems, because that sounds beautiful.
I'm fascinated by this port. The decisions they made.
Ooh.
Like the one-hit deaths.
One-hit deaths is interesting.
The no Aremers. The way the scrolling works is pretty interesting too. I guess that was a limitation of the Amstrad. Like it's flick screen, right? But it's still smoother than you'd expect. Ugh. Hey, Sepasai, thank you for the 50 bits.
Thanks for the bits.
Welcome to Ghoulsville on the Amstrad CPC.
Alarmo Draft
as it's now
House.
called. Fucking
God damn it.
They forgot to make that jump possible. You have qualified as one of today's supreme players.
You beat out Nigel.
Ass plus 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 plus.
That's a big ass.
Thanks, Alex. Okay, well that was interesting. I guess if the Amstrad CPC was the best you got, it could be worse.
Mm-hmm.
But how does the Amstrad handle ghouls and ghosts? That's the question. Alright, let's see. Ghouls, not just regular ghouls, but ghouls and ghosts.
Gotta have them both. Alright, cat.
Mm-hmm.
Meow. And then ghouls.
Run ghouls. Run the ghouls. Famous band.
Okay, looking good. Yeah, Rylan.
So, Alex, you want to know something fucked up? Ghosts and Goblins has ghouls and ghosts, but no goblins. And Ghouls and Ghosts has goblins and ghouls, but no ghosts. Pretty weird, huh?
What the hell? Is this just for the Amstrad?
No, that's all versions.
What the fuck were they thinking?
They fixed it in Super Ghouls and Ghosts, which has ghosts, ghouls, and goblins. So
Okay.
thank you, Capcom, for finally fixing your mistake. How the fuck do I start this? Thank you for cracking this game so many years ago. We have to wait for this to start. Oh, also didn't mention it, but Ghouls and Ghosts was one of the first games released for the CPS-1 arcade hardware, which also did games like Final Fight and Street Fighter 2. So, pretty big deal for Capcom.
Mm-hmm.
Not only making the best platformer of all time on that hardware, but also shit like Street Fighter 2. It was a good time for those guys. I think it's now just loading.
Okay.
Yeah, Forgotten Worlds, Cheeky Cheeky Boys. Who could forget Cheeky Cheeky Boys?
I would be using an Amstrad in 1990 if I was French, I bet.
Yeah.
I used old-ass tech for a long time.
Alternate universe French Alex. Oh, we have game.
Unfortunately, French Alex couldn't be on stream because I would straight up be a mime.
Mimes do not translate to ping tubers, unfortunately. We have some music. You can turn that up.
Oh yeah, this isn't bad.
Some decent jams from Timothy Fallon. All right, let's go. Oh man. Oh jeez.
You have a jaunty ass walk.
Yeah, he's got that Devil Dumper Doris strut.
He does.
Oh, up is still jump, and you shoot upwards. Turn me into an old man or a duck.
I like the little duck feet you've got. You have a good duck walk.
Okay, they kept the duck. Normally, if you don't have armor and you get turned by the magician, you turn into an old man in other versions. But as long as they kept the duck, that's important. Ugh. No. It's sort of quiet out here.
It is.
Really makes you think.
I was gonna say, it's nice to be in the graveyard with just my thoughts and a nude man.
Oh, all my best times in the graveyard have been exactly like that. Oh shit. The birds are angry. Ooh. Oh, come on.
Damn.
Nigel, or whoever programmed the hitboxes, look into that. You gotta fix that. That hitbox was way too big. Whenever I get fucked over in these games, I'm just gonna start screaming out Nigel.
Nigel, you fuck.
Nigel! You rotten bloke. You pisser.
You
words I'm not allowed to say because there's a different context. Y'all can say that across the pond. I don't know about this one. At least you take 2 hits before you die, but it's still kind of rough. It feels like you have very little range to your jumps. Wanker, that's the word I was looking for. I think we should reclaim that.
wanker?
Yeah, wanker. Americans should be allowed to say wanker.
Okay.
It's official.
All right, Britain, let us do this, please.
Anyone gives you shit about saying wanker on stream and being American, be like, nope, we decided. Retro Pals made it okay. Wanker is now part of our curriculum. I mean our vocabulary. And our curriculum. Not looking good for Arthur. Go, 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 go! Oh my god, no! No! Why?
You got died.
Oh. The lack of music makes it seem kind of lonely out here in the graveyard. Otherwise, it played okay. This is about what I expect for the Amstrad. Bloop! Bloop!
Good bloops, good bloops.
Ooh.
Beautiful
Creepy.
continue music.
So let's continue our march upward in terms of hardware. We saw ZX Spectrum, we saw Amstrad CPC. How about the good old C64? Could the Commodore 64 deliver a good port of Ghosts and Ghouls and Goblins? And Ghosts?
And ghosts?
Yeah. Let's find out. People like this thing, you know.
They seem to be a lot of popularity with these ghosts and these goblins and the ghouls too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I always dread messing with the C64 because this is even more problematic than other systems we usually cover for whatever reason. There's so many different variables, like how you start up the games, how you load them. It starts out with a fucked up aspect ratio
Yeah,
on the
you always
mister.
have to change the aspect
Just,
ratio.
you know, just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for this one, I want a prog for Ghosts and
You want
Goblins.
PRG, yeah, it looks like.
And there's so many different formats: tapes, cartridges, discs.
I saw Garfield again, but we must go.
No, we can't get distracted by Garfield. Ghostbusters, Ghost Driver, Ghost Town, Ghost Hunters, Ghost... Jesus Christ, there's so many Ghost games. Ghosts... There it is. Ghosts and Goblins. All right, here we go. Finally.
There we go.
We should do a microcomputer Garfield stream. The time has come.
Mm-hmm.
We have new knowledge about these systems we didn't have in our last Garfield showcase.
I feel like we have grown so fond of the microcomputers that I wanted to redo a lot of stuff because I'm like, I'm sorry I talk shit on you. You're
Turn this up.
fine. Yes, turn this up.
Turn it up for the folks too. Woo!
Okay, this is sick.
Okay. Something strange in the neighborhood. We both had the same idea. What? Blop, blip, blop, blop, splat, blop, beep. This is too scary. We gotta turn this off. Ghostbusters! This is half cool and half stupid. I don't know how to feel about this. I think I like it. These are Blomby jams.
I'm in.
Alright, here we go. Let's do it.
Oh my god, baby boy.
Arthur's just a baby in this. Oh, for the record, there's one computer platform that has unique ports of Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts that we're not going to cover. That is the Atari ST. I tried. I really tried to get those games to work, but the best that I got was a really glitched screen, and I couldn't figure out how to get games to load and actually look right. So sorry about that, but the upcoming Amiga versions should be mostly what the ST versions would have looked like. So just try to imagine those in your mind's eye.
I am.
You don't stop when you throw spears in this version. You can just keep going. I'm noticing these things.
Your eyes are open to the world of Ghosts and Goblins.
Ah!
Oh boy. Okay.
He yelled. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck! He just comes right at you. Are we safe? Is he gone? Nope, he's there and he's screaming. He's mad. I don't want to do this. I'm scared.
You must gather your strength, Danny. Defeat the red armor.
I can't.
Or turn into a skeleton, either or.
What the fuck? I just spawned you on top of 2 zombies. Hold on. Nigel!
You don't like it! Sorry, I won't do an accent again.
Nigel Brimble, or whatever your name is. You've really bollocksed this up this time. God. This game does not let up.
Yeah, I feel like Nigel's mom. Nigel! Get in
Nigel.
here.
Nigel, you've done it this time. Oh!
That was slick.
That was,
I don't know if this was
luck.
Nigel, but it feels good to blame Nigel for this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if this isn't a Nigel game, but Nigel in general is just who I blame for.
It was either Nigel or Stay. Like, some British people are just named Stay. S-T-E. Yeah. Like, they couldn't bother finishing the whole name Steve.
I don't like that pushed you back, but I do like that you landed
cool.
right on the... Oh, wow.
I don't think this version is for me. I think they did their best. Chris and Mark. Ah, there's just 2 guys. Okay, that explains it.
Music, man.
Alright, we can't blame Nigel for this one. As much as I want to. I'm gonna go ahead and not recommend this port, except for the music. The music is quite something.
Okay, there's a new version of this game made in 2015 by a cracking group that aims to make it look like the arcade version. So
Oh, nice.
there's a better version out there.
Yeah, there's also a homebrew version for a ColecoVision, which you cannot download as a ROM. You have to pay for the cartridge.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. You made it. You get to decide what to do with it. But can the C64 handle my beloved Ghouls and Ghosts? I'm dreading this one, honestly. Ghouls and Gremlins?
That's for me. That would be the game I would be obsessed with.
Alright, here we go. Ghouls and Ghosts. On the old C64.
Hello, people. Here is my Alan Bates first crack for event. It's Ghouls and Ghosts from Capcom. The game is very exciting. The music is one of the best ever made.
You don't gotta
on
hype it up.
C64.
I already downloaded
Sorry,
it.
guys. This time no trainers because of time shortage.
Oh.
So you could get only a level packed and ultra short version.
Okay, how do I? Okay,
Greetings
there we
to
go.
Digital Mark. Okay,
Digital Mark,
bye.
this one's for you.
Digital Mark.
Digital Mark.
Digital Mark sounds cool, honestly.
I hang out with Digital Mark. Okay, this is another software creations joint, so it's going to have good music, probably. Let's play it. Ooh.
This music is really sick. What the hell?
Do I get to be a duck? I do! Oh, man. Arthur's rocking the fuck out.
Holy shit. Danny, this music is amazing.
Maybe this is why so many people have fond memories of the C64 and whatnot, because gameplay aside, these games often had jams. You can't really... Fuck, you can't really say anything about that. I cannot deny the jams. Where's the chest? There's supposed to be a chest here.
Come on.
You guys! Nigel!
Nigel's like, this was Mark! Please!
Nigel watching the stream and be like, come on, guys. It's been a long time. I did what I could.
Nigel like, listen, you know you couldn't do any better.
Yeah.
And Nigel would be right.
True. Sorry I said what I did, Nigel.
I only know HTML, and I barely know that. Because they changed it!
Oh yeah, there's like HTML5 now.
Yeah, there's so much... Where's Marquee? I heard Marquee...
Marquee got deprecated.
I know! That's so sad.
So did Blink. It's a different world, man.
My poor GeoCities site.
The jumping is kind of strange in this. Like, he doesn't want to jump if you tap up. Maybe that's because... Okay. I see why that is now, because it's easier to shoot up. So they did address that.
Okay, I really do want to listen to the discs where Guy did 25 Huey Lewis covers. I want to hear Commodore 64 Huey Lewis.
I'm just gonna not bother with that bird.
Yeah, fuck that bird.
I think that bird can just go fuck itself, frankly. This music is so atmospheric. It really makes me feel like I'm in a graveyard being attacked by birds. Honestly, if it wasn't for the music, I would have stopped playing by now.
I was gonna say, you know you can go to a real graveyard to get attacked by birds. You don't have to do this video game stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Is this Jethro Tull? It sounds Jethro Tull-esque.
Just kill me. This port's hard. It's harder than the original, I'd say. This music just sounds like fairies dancing on my grave. Cool.
Fiddle-dee-dee, Danny's dead. Hooray! I don't know how to be a fairy.
Couldn't think up a rhyme for that.
No, sorry, I'm not a very good fairy.
So we've done ZX Spectrum, we've done Amstrad, we've done C64. It's time to quit fucking around. We gotta go for the Commodore Amiga.
Alright, Amiga freaks, we're gonna help you out with some Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts.
We have an industrial solution to our Ghosts and Goblins problem, and that solution is the Amiga. If anything can deliver good ports of these games, it can be the Amiga. It's gotta be, right?
It's gotta be. Only Amiga.
Only Amiga makes Ghouls and Ghosts possible.
Alright, let's ghoul up the ghosts. No
But
Garfield
first-
here, okay.
No Garfield on Amiga.
We're not distracted.
Ghosts and Goblins. Here we are. 1990, so this port was pretty late. But maybe it's good.
That's good.
Oh, that's a good rendition of the NES box art.
It's really nice.
There's a big man there, looking right at Arthur. Hey.
Okay. I really like that.
Don't worry about that. It's fine. It's fine. It's not a criminal offense. It's actually fine.
Mm-hmm.
Please, no one report me to the Federation Against Software Theft. 3 guys.
One of them with the last name Percival.
Whoa, it's too loud. Oh. There's a jump button? Are you kidding me? This game supports multiple buttons.
Danny, this looks like the arcade.
This is amazing. This plays like the arcade. What the fuck? You guys not get the memo?
To make it suck?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fucked up and weird. Oh, they kept the butt sprite, to my detriment.
I'm sorry, but I'm glad. That's how you know it's real, because they kept the butt sprite.
Yeah. There you go, Alex. That's for you.
Thank you. Just the way that he folds down like, hello.
But did they keep the reamer behavior, I wonder? Kinda?
What?
Where'd you go? Whoa!
Whoa!
Jesus Christ! I'm out of here. I'm scared.
Just keep running, Arthur.
Damn, this is convincing. This is a really good port. Like, it's not perfect, but... Oh, they're wiggly in this one.
Very wiggly.
Look how wiggly. Watch out for the wiggle boys as you enter the forest. And then you fight the woody pigs. Speaking
Woody
of them.
pigs.
Alright, come out, woody pigs. This is playable.
Oh.
Like all my arcade muscle memory is coming into effect. Like, I just know how to do things. This is a huge achievement. What the fuck? About the only thing missing that I've noticed is you can't turn around in midair. That's kind of a big deal. But otherwise, you know, they're cooking. They were cooking with this one. Nice big sprites.
Very
Damn.
big.
What? The door doesn't open.
It
What?
doesn't need to. You just walk in. It's okay.
All right, sure.
Oh, I love those little guys.
All right, Alex, we're here to see your big men.
All right, let's see the men.
I want to see some Amiga big men.
These gotta be
Whoop.
big. They gotta be men. They gotta have tattoos. Oh God!
We're
You
good.
gotta not die. Your muscle memory's really good. I would.
Yeah, it's not failing me. Like, this is so convincing a port that I'm just playing it like I would the arcade version. It's a little different, and I can't turn around in midair, so that's a little bit of a problem.
They're big. They got tattoos.
Look at him! Wow. He's walking on midair,
I was
but
gonna say
that's
he's walking. He's doing the Wile E. Coyote thing.
that's from the arcade version though. That can happen.
Okay.
Wow. Alex, what the hell?
I know, right?
This is one of the best versions of Ghosts and Goblins I've ever played. It's better than the NES one. I'm saying this about an Amiga game. My whole world has been turned upside down. Alright, well, if they could do that, surely they could do a version of Ghouls and Ghosts, right?
I mean, they should.
Let's find out. All I gotta do is add a few ghouls, and that's it. You got a Ghouls and Ghosts.
Okay, there's actually 2 Garfield games, so we can't be distracted. We must
Getting
move
distracted
on.
by Garfield.
We've done Garfield before. There's always the specter of Garfield haunting our stream.
Oh, shit.
Okay. The music gets sick. I like that.
Damn, bring in the flute.
Is this a Fallen Jam?
It's gotta be.
Or is it Nigel? Nigel just deciding to rock.
Yep, Tim Fallon. Well, this isn't the arcade version music, but it's good. And it's thematically appropriate. It sounds nice and medieval.
It does sound cool.
Yeah, this is 89, while the conversion of Ghosts and Goblins was 90, so that came out later, weirdly enough. Jesus.
I know, this is so good.
This is totally Tollcore. God damn. What's this now? What's all this then?
Is this the game?
Yeah,
Are you playing?
I'm playing.
Where's...
May I be a duck?
Yeah.
Hell
Oh,
yeah, I
you're
can.
a cute duck. Danny, I have something to say.
What?
This seems like it sucks in comparison to the other one.
Yeah, it's not as good. You can turn around in midair. That's nice.
Okay, so that's good. That's good. That's something.
Also, the in-game music is kind of, I guess, more atmospheric and less tuneful.
Yeah, this is strange.
It fills me with foreboding. You ever get filled with foreboding?
Yes, it sucks.
Yeah.
Take medication for that.
Ah!
What?
Ah!
What?
Ah! Ah! Ah!
I'm sorry for nothing.
I'm gonna die!
What?
This is this is music you hear before you get murdered by a serial killer. Michael Myers is gonna pop out of the closet. Jesus Christ!
What is with this music?
You went way too hard, Tim. I wanted to get a little chill up my spine, not feel like I'm literally going to die. Ah!
You die.
This music is just killing me, but
It is. It's
in
so
terms of
good.
gameplay, this isn't much like the arcade game. It plays a lot different. Like, superficially, it's similar in terms of level design, but the controls and enemy behavior is different enough to really throw me off. That and the music, which is good, don't get me wrong, but also, it's also really funny. Like, this isn't a serious horror game. It's a game about various makai creatures who are all kind of naturally goofy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's big men who are called big men who have heart tattoos on their arms. I guess he didn't show up today. Nope, there he is!
He's on a rush.
I'm dead. Nope. What? Now he's up there? Help! Help! Ah!
Oh. This is Amiga that we're playing this on.
That pig was on a mission.
That pig was after your ass.
Yeah, this is the Amiga port of Ghouls and Ghosts. We also played the Amiga port of Ghosts and Goblins, which was really good. I was shocked. We're on our last life. Let's see if we can climb this hill. It definitely sets a different tone than the music in the other games. Oh, do we got magic? The magic didn't work. All right.
Aw.
Okay. Yeah, that's how a hitbox can work, I suppose. Oof. I actually feel better now that the game's over. I no longer feel like I'm being chased down and hunted for sport.
Yeah, that music. I can't get over it.
I don't know about the vibes in this one. The vibes, they're off, but the title screen music, certified banger for real.
Dun, dun, dun. Ghouls and ghosts, we're gonna get the ghouls in the red armor. Yeah.
Now it has lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there's the various microcomputer versions of Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts, minus the Atari ST. You can look that up if you want. They're very similar to the Amiga, but they are different ports, and they're worth looking at, I think. So before we move on to the sequels and spin-offs, why don't we take a look at a couple of different ports of Ghouls and Ghosts.
Okay.
We covered this during our last patron request gauntlet, but we gotta cover this again, just for completeness' sake.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, exclusively in the United States and Europe, they released a Sega Master System port of Ghouls and Ghosts. Which, yeah, we've played before, but you gotta see this shit if you haven't seen it before. Here we go. Overblessing is a good word for what Tim Holland does.
Absolutely.
So not ported by Capcom, but internally ported by Sega, as was the Genesis version, which we'll see in a bit. But unlike the Genesis game, this does things a little differently. All right, duck me. There we go. That's a good duck.
That is a very good duck.
The controls are different. You're no longer committed to your jumps. You can change direction in midair, which actually looks really weird when he does that. He's all kind of jangly when he does it.
Oh, this was done by SystemWorks. Arc System Works, okay.
Oh yeah, this is an early ArcSys joint. They did a lot of contract work back then. No, where's the chest? Spawn the chest.
No.
I said spawn the chest.
Absolutely not.
All right, well there it is.
Yeah, fine. You know, you bug me long enough, I'll turn into a duck for you.
That how that works?
Yeah.
So better than some of the microcomputer ports, but hold the fuck on because that's only half the story here. They messed with this in a big way. That we're about to see as we wow, really? All the chests are magicians? Okay. Fuck me, I guess. I was about to tell the folks how things were different here, but the game's acting weird.
The game just wants you to be a duck.
So basically, there's an equipment system in this one. Usually in the arcade version, you would just find different weapons from chests, and that would be it. But this one, you have different armor, different boots, and different weapons you can get. There we go. By going in these doors.
Oh, how strange.
So armor gives you more defense, allows you to take an extra hit, but what you really want to do is get the shoes. Because the shoes, they make you move faster, and what the game doesn't tell you is that's actually required for jumps later on in the game. The game is practically impossible without a couple of boot upgrades.
Oh, that sucks.
But the problem is they make you all slip-slidey.
I've noticed that! You're sliding!
They put butter on your boots. Butter boots. Boots with the butter on them.
But they do help you jump.
Yeah, so that's what makes this control and feel kind of strange compared to other ports. Like, eventually you upgrade your boots to the point where the game feels normal, but having to get to that point is a little strange. Alright, they kept the old man for this version, that's good. So I guess the story with a lot of these ports is they had to make compromises, they had to keep what they could, and delete what they couldn't.
Yeah.
But this is a rare case of just them going off and adding stuff on their own. Like, that wasn't part of the original design. Upgradable equipment and whatnot. And I kind of respect it, but also I've never gotten along with how this game plays.
Yeah, it seems like especially the butter boot thing would really mess with your gameplay, basically.
Yeah. So that's interesting. It's interesting they put it on the system at all. But if you want a really good port, you got to go for the Mega Drive.
Ooh,
We got to show this one off. Because holy fuck, this was a modern marvel when it came out in the day. Where's my freaking... There's Mega Drive. Super early in the Mega Drive / Sega Genesis lifespan, they released a port of Ghouls and Ghosts, and it is a thing of beauty, I tell you what. Check this shit out. Yeah, future convicted felon Yuji Naka. Conspiring on his future crimes as he was developing this.
Danny, this looks sick.
It's so good.
Alright, I'm gonna be right back.
Okay, I'm gonna play Ghouls and Ghosts.
I would expect nothing less from you, honey.
So some concessions in terms of background details, but otherwise, I cannot complain about this port. This is amazing. I forgot the US version defaults you to practice mode. That makes a few things easier. But otherwise, look at this. It's just as fast and fluid as the arcade game. It gets all the graphics in. Stuff like the trees swaying in the wind looks a little bit worse, but I'll take it. And I imagine back then this sold a whole lot of Mega Drives. Everything's right, including the enemy behavior, enemy spawns. It's like they looked directly at the source code for the arcade game and just converted it directly, instead of just, you know, by eye, like with the Amiga version. Just like, that's good enough. You can even do stupid tricks like that from the arcade game. It's exact. Man, he goes down easy in practice mode.
Nice.
It's good. It's fantastic. If you're going to play a port of this, and in fact, I think of all the speed runs of this game, I think there's more for the Genesis version than any other port. So, just by default, this is one of the easiest and best ways to play it.
Alright, check in chat. You do have a butt sprite in this, correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Good, and I didn't... Okay,
the butt sprite is in. Don't worry.
Phew, that's how you know it's good.
But you can do one better. If you want a home console
Really?
port of Dai Makaimura, you gotta go with the super graphics.
I never thought you'd say something was better than the Mega Drive.
The Mega Drive is like the best one you can get, just in terms of the console being available and cheap, and the game itself being cheap and findable. But if money is no object to you, you gotta seek out this super graphics version.
Okay.
You remember the super graphics was like pretty much an upgraded TurboGrafx 16, just with more RAM or whatnot. They tried to make it happen. They tried to release a ridiculous controller for it that failed and never made it to market. But they released like 6 or 7 games for this thing. And the entire time they were promising, look, if you buy this, you're going to get the ultimate version of Ghouls and Ghosts. You got to get this thing. Even if you have a PC Engine, you gotta do this. We're going to release the ultimate version. And you know what? It kind of is. Like, the only thing compromised, really, is some of the color depth, and the sound is a lot thinner than the original arcade hardware. But otherwise, in terms of playability, this is good. This is the good shit right here. Alright, so what did we learn in our extremely long look at ports of Ghouls and Ghosts? The Amiga version had some incredible music, but the gameplay was lacking. The Amstrad was kind of better than I thought it would be. I think the ZX Spectrum version also impressed us too. But really, you want to play either Mega Drive or Super Graphics now that emulation's an option.
I love the trees.
Yeah, they look cool in this version.
Look really good.
Oh, I forgot. What's the duck look like? There we go.
Duck.
Good looking duck. Arcade perfect duck. There's little embellishments like the roots in the background that were deleted from the Genesis version because of cartridge space. So they were right. This is the ultimate way you can play this game. It's just you need a dedicated console that is now extremely rare and expensive, and a copy of the game, which is also rare and expensive. But if you got that kind of money, just buy the damn arcade board.
Yeah.
Get yourself a super gun.
I was gonna say, is the arcade board cheaper than the Super FX version? Because I assume...
Oh man, I wonder.
Yeah.
Could be.
Ah! Danny, he ripped off his head and is throwing it at you. That's pretty disgusting.
It's pretty gross, in my opinion.
I like his tail.
God, the enemy designs in these games are so good. So okay, that's the ports portion of our program, where we cover a shit ton of ports of the first 2 games in the series. I think we're ready to move on to sequels and spin-offs, so let's get her going. First there was Makaimura, Ghosts and Goblins. Then there was Dai Makaimura, Ghouls and Ghosts. And then, on the Super Famicom, came Cho Makaimura, which was released over here as Super Ghouls and Ghosts, to make it extra confusing. So let's play a little bit of the old Cho Makaimura.
Cho Makaimura, huh?
Mm-hmm. You ever play this one?
I probably have, but I've definitely seen this being played on our favorite TV show, Nick Arcade.
Oh, yeah. I got this one for Christmas the year it came out. That's really loud. Exploding Arthur. And it took me all Christmas morning just to get to the second half of the first level. This game is hard, you may have heard. Bad news, folks. The ghouls, they're back.
Man.
Yeah, it's a hell of a Christmas present to give to a very tiny baby at the time. I was used to NES games, and this was just, like, ridiculous. But between this and Super Castlevania 4, I was like, maybe there's something to this whole Super Nintendo thing.
I love the Super Nintendo, I'm sorry.
It's pretty good. It's pretty alright.
Okay, according to Rachel, this game supposedly resurrects some levels that got cut from the arcade game due to time.
Yeah, there's some graphics in the arcade ROM that were later found in this game, like from the ship level.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, supposedly the Ghouls and Ghosts arcade game was meant to have branching paths at one point, but that got cut. Cartman, thank you for the 100 bits. Super slowdown in Ghosts. Boy,
Oh, yeah.
if there's one thing this game is famous for, it's for its incredible slowdown. Oh, crossbow, my beloved. People shit on this weapon, but I think it's pretty good. So this one, you get different armors, and you get upgraded weapons when you collect the good armor now. This one has a homing attack, and it's kind of busted because the homing bolts can just kind of do whatever. They can get lost. They can just spin around endlessly, leaving you unable to fire again. But they're also pretty strong when you get used to them. So if you can't find the knife, the crossbow is a good substitute, I think. Let me have the chest. Let me have the chest. Thank you. Oh, here we go. Alright, now we gotta run on our hands. I fucking love this game.
This is pretty sick. I like the wolves a lot.
Like, it's tough. It's super tough. But man, this game has got that good time gamer feeling that we talk about so much on this stream.
Okay, moment of truth. Does it have the butt sprite? Yes! Alright, we're
Absolutely. It absolutely has
good.
the butt
Beautiful,
sprite.
thank you.
And even better, the magician is back, the guy who transforms you. And not only are there multiple transformations, but the magician is now a jester. So some improvements, some setbacks. You know, you gotta take what you can get.
Fiddle-dee-most, I'm in Super Ghouls and Ghosts! I need to see the jester. I need to see him.
There he is.
Woohoo!
I'm a seal!
You're a seal!
You could double jump as the seal? I don't think I knew that.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, you can also turn into a baby, a bee, and even a woman.
A woman, you say?
Yeah. I prefer the ROM hack of this that replaces Arthur's sprite with the woman villager sprite. It's pretty good.
What's it called? Super
Girls and Ghosts.
Okay, that's good.
We'll beat the first level of this. It's been a while since I've played, like, more than a few seconds of any of these games.
Yeah.
I gotta say, in terms of rankings, this is probably my least favorite of the original trilogy, but this game is still like a 9 out of 10. If anything, it's too long, especially considering you have to do 2 loops of it. But there being lots of a good game isn't necessarily a bad thing. Bear trap?
That's no good.
That's not a treasure. Someday soon I want to try out the professional difficulty in this game, which looks way tougher than I thought it was, watching Washa Lobat play it. At first I thought it was just defaulting to Loop 2 difficulty, but like, some of that shit looks way more difficult than anything I've seen on normal mode. Anything good? Oh, okay.
You need that.
Alex, I think you'll like the first boss of this game.
I am so looking forward to them. I hope it's a cool dragon. I hope it's a cool monster. I hope they're buff. Oh, wow, I like them.
He's got pants.
I like that he's wearing pants.
He's got a
nice
mohawk.
set of dickies. Yeah, yeah.
Shoots out eggs from its mouth, and its newborn babies attack you.
I like that the babies hate you. They're instinctively born to hate.
Yeah, they just come out of the egg being like, fuck this guy. Gotta warn you, this game will take you a while to play through if it's your first time. But man, it's worth it. I really like it. Yeah, secret egg game. It all comes back to eggs.
God, we can't escape eggs.
Play a little bit of this too.
This is what I remember the most from this game, is this area.
This area really screws you over. All the ghosts can spawn in like the worst places.
So you'll be glad to know I used to not be able to tell the Ghouls and Ghosts games apart. I now can tell, like, aside from like a couple, but I can now tell the difference between Super Ghouls and Ghosts and regular Ghouls and Ghosts. So
Nice.
I've advanced.
Mission fucking accomplished.
Yeah, this I'm like, okay, this isn't in the original.
Yeah, this is Makaimura 3.
Okay.
Just to emphasize. Not a port. It's its own original game. It is the third in the series. And it was, for a very long time, the most recent game in the series because they didn't make a sequel for many, many years after this.
The jumps they make you make in this game piss me off. I'm sorry.
Oh, you didn't have to make that one stupid jump. I just did that.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say.
It's
okay.
safer in terms of speedrunning.
Oh, okay. You're just doing speedrun tricks. Okay, I take it back.
Off I go.
Bye.
So we saw the previous games, which had something like a dozen ports each. Something ridiculous like that. This game only got one port after the Super Nintendo, and it's one that I hadn't really played until last night. But man, I think I've been missing out because it might secretly be kind of awesome. This is the GBA version of Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Did you know there was such a thing?
I did not know this. I am, again, learning something every day here.
That's what we do on Retro Pals. We learn every day. We learn to blame Nigel for the bad microcomputer ports. Here we go. Yeah, I'd heard of a lot of GBA from Super Nintendo ports back then weren't that great, so I just kind of wrote this one off. But seeing what's new in this version really made me reconsider it, and it makes me want to dive deeper into it.
This is kind of pretty.
Yeah, they prettied up the intro. It looks nice now. A lot more colors. Oh, you can turn this up some.
Okay.
Watch out, there's ghouls. Damn, that looks kind of awesome, actually. Yeah.
Sick. Okay, let's go.
Arrange mode is new to this one. So we'll see a little bit of what this looks like normally, but look at this.
Huh.
The branching paths that were cut from the arcade Ghouls and Ghosts are back.
Very cool, actually.
In terms of gameplay, very, very similar to Super Nintendo, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Arthur himself has more color depth. His armors are shinier in this version. Also a lot less slowdowns, so that could either be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on your perspective. It does make the game a lot more difficult.
I was gonna say, this does seem a little bit zippier.
Mm-hmm. I'm not used to a zippy Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I'm used to a plodding, extremely slow Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Look at his armor in this one.
Oh, that's cool.
Worthless magic. Never use that.
Okay.
It's stupid. Now, what's really cool about this one, and that's something I didn't know about how to access until literally last night, is that there's branching paths if you finish these levels with bronze armor or better. If you do bronze armor, you can access more difficult versions of existing levels. And if you finish with gold armor, check this shit out.
Danny, you played so much to get these save states.
Just a little bit.
Okay, it's impressive.
There's entirely new levels in this one.
That is sick.
There's
What
an
the
entire
hell?
branch consisting of completely unique levels. At first I thought these were ports of like Ghouls and Ghosts levels because, you know, this is the Rock Turtle level.
Mm-hmm.
But you play a little bit of this and you realize, oh my god, all they did was use some of the graphics. The level design is completely original. And it really plays on your expectations of what you've seen in the series before. Like, you think you know what to expect, and then the game just does something completely different. It's really neat. So I think I found the next game I want to play through. It's even got new music. Like, they put a lot of effort into this version.
Yeah, this is really impressive. I really like this.
Ugh.
Oh, is that an antlion situation?
Yeah, we got an antlion situation.
That's always happening. Ugh.
Now check this out.
Okay.
So you get to the end of this level, and you think, I wonder if there's original bosses in this. We're coming up on the pile of skulls where the Red Airmer King was.
Mm-hmm.
In the arcade Ghouls and Ghosts, this guy is called the Red Airmer King, and what differentiates him is he has one more hit point than the other Red Airmers in the game. Otherwise, it's the same sprite and he behaves the same. But in this game, look at this fucking guy.
Hello!
Look at this fucking guy.
He is a boyfriend of the Ultimate Degree. That is absolute boyfriend material.
He's an
Look.
actual boss now, and he looks fucking incredible.
Wow. Red Armor King, hit me up.
He spawns little Aramers.
Aww.
So secretly, this game's fucking awesome. I never knew all these years that that was the case, but here we are. I suddenly have a new Ghouls and Ghosts game to play through. Let's see another exclusive level before we move on. I haven't even seen the back half of this game. I've only seen these this handful of levels. They got this level with the floating platforms. They're no longer eyeballs, so
Oh, no more squishy?
yeah, you can be less disgusted.
Aww.
Just goddamn. I spent all these years wishing for more Ghouls and Ghosts, and it was here all along.
This is for the Game Boy Advance. It's the port of Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and it's really good.
Yeah, GBA Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Definitely look it up. If you're wondering how to access the other levels in arrange mode, you have to beat levels with the gold armor.
Okay.
So it's pretty tough, but ooh, can we make this? Yeah.
Oh, that was close.
I didn't think I was gonna make that. These fucking get faster when you...
Oh my god, you got lucky.
Jesus.
You got so lucky.
I'm spooking myself.
Yeah, it's like when it's not a totally spies game, the GBA can do amazing stuff.
Yeah, who knew? I think, yeah, because of all the license garbage, I kind of write the GBA off in general, but
Same.
maybe I shouldn't. Oh, it's the frickin' bridge from Ghosts and Goblins. I'm freaking out. No!
Danny! You freaked out too much!
What the? I'm getting a brand new Ghosts and Goblins experience over here. I'm shitting my pants.
No, you're not. I just want to say I'm here in real life and no one is shitting their pants. Pants are normal right now.
The pants remain unshit. Whoa. God, this is so good.
Wow! Hello, sir!
They brought back the freaking dragon and he looks
That
incredible.
is a cool dragon.
He just hovers over you. That's cool. All right. I'm not going to beat this tonight, but suffice to say, I'm really happy to discover that there's more of this game that I love and I never even knew existed, really. Yeah, I had no idea it was this good. They put so much work into it, and they just didn't tell anybody. Okay, let's dial things back a little bit. We've seen the Ghouls and Ghosts series as it exists up through 1991, but there's a little star of the show who's gone a little bit unsung this entire time. You know that Red Aremer? That
Yeah.
little fella?
I like him.
Well, a lot of people like him, and he got his own spin-off series. Can you believe it?
Woohoo, really?
Yep. Not often when games have spin-offs where you play as the bad guy, but here we are. And the first one was on Game Boy, and that was called Gargoyles Quest. Let's play a little bit of Gargoyles Quest.
Okay, let's quest our gargoyle. That's how they say it, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
The Ghoul Realm.
A large army of destroyers?
So what I like about this series is that humans basically are a non-entity in this. This takes place entirely in the Ghoul Realm. These guys don't give a fuck about what's happening in the human realm. They got their own problems. And I really appreciate that. Because the entire time this series has been going to the Ghoul Realm where everything's all weird and fucked up, but what was that? What if that was your life? What if that was just reality for you?
Isn't that what Undertale is about?
Whoa. Oh my god.
Okay, let's be a gargoyle.
He's not really a gargoyle, he's more of a creature of the makai, whatever. Turn it down for us a little bit. You start with all your friends coming into your house and dying right in front of you.
No, my friends!
And also your name is Firebrand.
That's a sick-ass name.
In Japan, these games are just called Red Reamer 1 and 2, and the third one is Demon's Blazon. But we'll see the US versions here in a second. So you can do your thing. You can hover in the air. You got limited amount of hovering. You can upgrade that throughout the game. And the whole mechanic is based around hovering and clinging onto stuff, as gargoyles are wont to do.
Nice.
A lot of good jingles in this. If there's one thing Capcom could do back then, it was make a good jingle. Now, believe it or not, I haven't ever played more than 5 minutes of this.
Really?
I'm way overdue for a playthrough of this game.
Shit, you should.
I've played a lot of the sequels, but I've never really gotten around to the first game. Anyone want to recommend this one? I never hear anyone talk about or stream or play this.
Okay, I'm with you. Red Armor does have a very Karnoff looking sprite in this.
Yeah, he's nice and chunky.
This one is very solid, says chat.
Oh, I gotta play this. Monochrome Game Boy is another system that I just kind of ignore, but there are good games for it. And I should be more open to those kinds of experiences, especially if I'm willing to, like, play shit for the Amstrad CPC. Like, surely these are at least as good.
Oh, potion. Sorry, I love the potion jingle here.
Yeah, it makes you always want to collect stuff in this game. This is fun. The fact that it controls uniquely, you can't really say there's another game like this, makes this really appealing. The whole just being barely able to float towards things and being able to cling off of stuff. That and the way he looks off of it.
I love the way he looks. He's so cool.
He's a sassy guy. Whoa.
No, I think those guys are just ghosts. They're just scary ghosts in sheets. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah. It's humankind that perverted the ghost thing. These ghosts are just ghosts. It's humans that brought hate into the equation.
That is true.
I wish I lived in the realm of the Makai.
Kind of do, actually.
But I'm just a human. They'd never accept me.
Well, you could become a goblin. I'm a goblin. It's not that hard.
Really?
Yeah, you just
You gotta take a test?
yeah, I mean, and you gotta level up your freak levels. Like, you gotta be a real freaky deaky.
Okay, I'm not very freaky.
No.
I gotta take my freak test at the Ghoul DMV. It's a pain in the ass, but you gotta have it.
You gotta sign up online first to get your spot, and then you gotta get
God,
Yeah.
This is hard. I'm kind of deaky, but not very freaky.
No,
That's my
no.
problem. That's where I'm lacking. Alright, now here's some extra shit. You think you know where this is going, right? Because there was a sequel on the NES, Gargoyles Quest 2. But did you know that there was also a Game Boy version?
I didn't know.
And for many, many years, this was exclusive to Japan. It was called Red Reamer 2. It was an expanded version of NES Gargoyles Quest 2. It had like extra levels, extra abilities. So if you loved the NES version, this was like even more. They had more stuff in it. Supposedly there was a version in development for an English language release, but that got canceled. And no prototypes never got found. They never existed. However, you may have heard that many unreleased Game Boy games were leaked a while back, including that unreleased Gargoyles Quest 2. Let's play it. Look at this shit. I totally forgot that this was part of that big leak, and it's incredible that this actually got out there and is playable. Yeah, that's how we got Lunar Chase. That's how we got Rap Quest.
I need to play Rap Quest.
And look at this, the upgraded Gargoyles Quest 2 that I'd been dying to play for years, but was only in Japanese. There's this translated version here now.
Yeah, you can't forget Austin Powers in the leak, too.
Yeah. that was a very productive leak. Long time ago, before Human Being, there was Firebrand. I'm of two minds about this because the lack of color does kind of hurt the game a little bit, but I still really, really want to play this for the extra content. Check it out, it's Astaroth.
Aw, he's so nice.
This one, they add some superficial RPG elements. Basically, you go around, there's a big world map where you get into random encounters. There's also upgrades and things like that. But let's check out the action just a little bit. This and Super Ghouls and Ghosts on GBA are the games that I really, really want to put time into. Now that I've discovered them, I'm like, I gotta play this shit.
Hey, you gotta get flying.
He's back.
Okay.
He's back and he can still fly and cling and all the things you love about him. I will say, Capcom's Game Boy games, they kind of go pretty hard. Like, even DuckTales Game Boy is pretty good. Bionic Commando for Game Boy, pretty great. They put a lot of work into these when you wouldn't really expect them to. Whoa.
I'm glad you don't have fall damage.
Yeah. I won't play much of this, but it's on the list. I gotta see this shit. It's a freaking miracle this game actually got out there. Like, everyone was freaking about all the Super Nintendo games that got leaked, but I think an underrated aspect of that leak was all the Game Boy games that came out, especially the unreleased stuff. There we go.
Nice.
So that was like a hero's trial you were set off to do to really become a true hero.
Okay.
But then you come back in town, and everyone's fucking dead again. This always happens to poor Firebrand.
Danny, did you play much of the Super Ghouls and Ghosts prototype?
I did. Yeah, parts of that are completely different. That whole Ice Tower segment was entirely new. I gotta stream that shit. That was really different. I gotta play the Super Castlevania 4 prototype that was leaked too.
Yes, you do.
But basically, I really like this game. I have played through the NES version, and now I really want to play through this one. But it's the next game in the series that is the real masterpiece, in my opinion.
Yeah, the next game is a game I've actually wanted to play for a while.
So let's check that out. We gotta do it. This is one of the ultimate Super Nintendo games that never gets the recognition it deserves, in my opinion. In my onion. This is Demon's Crest. I fucking love Demon's Crest. Now, if you ask me, I'd say this is the Ghouls and Ghosts series Symphony of the Night moment. I think that's a good enough comparison. It just takes everything about the previous games and reimagines it and just gives it a really, really solid presentation. There's just something about this game that I really, really like. And it's so pretty. Firebrand has never looked prettier.
He is gorgeous, thank you.
Prefer Demon's Colgate. That's the Japanese title. This game is a damn shame because there was some interview a few years back where some Capcom USA exec revealed that this was the only Super Nintendo Capcom game to sell negative copies.
How?
The copies that were sold were returned, and places like Walmart got complaints from parents about the big old demon on the cover, so they had to ship back all the copies that were sold in. They didn't
What?
They were sold in but didn't sell through, so that resulted in a negative sales number. And that fucking sucks, because this game's amazing. Also, the game's called Demon's Crest. If
Yeah,
you don't
what
want
do
to
you
buy a
want?
demon game, then don't. We're not
It's
trying to...
Yeah, no.
No one's trying to fool anyone.
It's like, if you don't like this, don't go to the video store. God.
There's horror movies at the video store. Oh my god. They got a doll there that's crazy.
Wow, Danny.
Look at this art.
He is decaying. I bet he smells bad. Ew.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't think about that, but okay.
I'm sorry. I'm just very visceral when it comes to... When I see a dragon, my brain, like, goes on all cylinders. So now it's just like, ew, stinky dragon. It smells like garbage when you need to take it out.
The sprite work is incredible.
Yes.
The game plays great, and it's got this open-ended structure too, where you can find different abilities and open up new levels and whatnot. And the thing I like most about this game nowadays is the fact that it has multiple endings, and you can get a pretty good ending by getting most of the stuff in the game. Like, the best ending is 100%. But if you just decide to finish off the game because you've been playing it long enough, it's all like, that's good enough. You get a good ending.
Danny, I've only seen a little bit of this game, but can I declare it to be a masterpiece?
This game is a masterpiece.
Okay.
So there is a heartbreaking amount of work put into this game, considering the reception it got.
Sick.
Also, you have unlimited flight in this one, which is nice.
That's good.
All right, let's play a level of this.
Okay.
I'm due for another playthrough of this soon, I think. I got a lot of games on my plate, but they're all good is the problem.
You gotta solo stream some of this stuff.
Fewer good games, please. I have a schedule to keep. Oh, look at the background here. Jesus Christ. Everything about this game is awesome. It fixes a lot of the problems with the earlier games. It's still pretty difficult, but not like crushingly so. I would say this is an easier game to get into than, say, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. So if you like the whole aesthetic of the Ghouls and Ghosts series, but were put off by the difficulty, you should definitely try this one. That guy's not a statue.
Oh no, it's a freak.
It's some dipshit.
This game is sick.
It's amazing.
So sick, Danny.
Top 10 Super Nintendo game for me. Right up there with like Mega Man X and Earthbound and Shadowrun and games like that. I think those are all the Super Nintendo games I like. I just named them all. Usually more of a Sega fan, but, every so often, those Nintendo heads get a good game.
They do. We do.
Anti-piracy that gives the bosses infinite HP. That's cool. I like when games do that. I like the Earthbound anti-piracy that deletes your save if you get to the end. That's just like extra cruel because it's all like,
so mean.
Yeah, you've played through the whole game. You don't get to see the ending. Screw you, actually. I could play more of this, but really you should play this yourself if you haven't played it. One of the games you should most play out of any game on this stream. This and Ghouls and Ghosts Arcade.
Mm-hmm.
But we can dig a little deeper, can't we?
Yes, I think we can.
We can get a little bit weirder, a little bit more obscure with these spin-offs. How about we play a game called Arthur to Astaroth no Nazo Makaimura Incredible Tunes for the PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn.
Danny, what the hell is this?
Well, let's find out.
Okay. Ooh, boy. Okay, let's go.
This one was right out of left field. I didn't know this existed until I started pirating Saturn games. And then I played it and I was like, what the fuck is this? Why does this exist? But as far as I know, this is equivalent on Saturn and PlayStation, so either version you can get is good. Is it a Ghosts and Goblins rhythm game? Even weirder than that. It's a puzzle game. And it's based off an existing puzzle game by U.S. publisher Dynamics, the publisher of Willy Beamish. We finally have the Willy Beamish link into the ghoul realm.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
That's all I think, but when you tell me all that info and I can just... Dynamics, huh?
There's our buddy Satan. Chatting up old Astaroth.
Hey girl, I wish we were in a graveyard.
No, it's safer here to be in front of the castle. There's no freaky ghosts. Oh, it's Satan!
Satan! God, weird...
This animation is so janky. Astaroth shows up and is like, aha, if you want your dear princess, solve my puzzles.
Man. Satan does look like a red cookie monster, yeah.
A little bit. I bet he loves cookies.
Oh, cookies are so good.
Makaimura. I like that game.
But oh,
What the? Incredible tunes, dynamics.
Willie
So-
Beamish should show up and kiss you.
I agree.
No, I mean he should kiss Red
Satan,
Hammer.
yeah.
Satan.
So this was a PC game with a different theme, and then they just entirely rethemed it to be based on Makaimura. And the game itself, it's kind of weird. It's a little bit weird. I believe it's an offshoot of a game called The Incredible Machine.
Yeah, that's what chat's on saying. It's an incredible machine-like.
Yeah. So what you got to do is use your limited amount of puzzle pieces to solve these various puzzles. And each
This
of these,
is so funny.
it really is. So the solution here is to build a bridge, and you learn to stretch these pieces like this. see?
Oh, okay.
And then you can put this like right here, and then you can hit start. Are there any questions?
You bonked him. Why does this exist? That's how I'm feeling. But, you know.
Like, of all the series to do this with, too, right? Like, this is the one I would least expect. Oh, they got shielders in this. What happens if we just start? Okay. We need to make the one up here do a thing. Is this good enough? Oh, no, I think I know what we need to do.
Okay.
We need to inspire him to move to this piece, but not necessarily pick it up. Yeah, because the shielders are scared of Arthur, so they turn away and they devour the things that need to be devoured.
Oh, okay.
There's some logic here, it's just weird.
It is very strange, this entire thing.
I think Arthur automatically climbs ladders, so you need to guide him indirectly, a la Choo Choo Rocket or some shit. This should work.
Hey, you chewed him.
I usually don't play these games, so I can't really comment on whether this is a good or even worth playing puzzle, but it sure is weird. Yeah, why not Biohazard Incredible Tunes? Why not fucking Mega Man Incredible Tunes?
Yeah,
you know?
I guess that they were just like, listen, we love this guy. We got to use some more. Oh,
Oh,
my
I can-
God, little red armor.
I can put down a little red armor. All right.
Look at them. That's me. That's what I look like. I look like a little red armor. I'm a little freak boy.
What's this gonna do? Okay, I think we need to save Astaroth, so like what if we did this? Or maybe we burn both of them. Maybe that's the solution.
Okay.
Oh, no. Okay, I see. Yeah. See, what makes them burn in the first place is when they get a gust of wind up their butts. So there we go.
So you were both supposed to die? That was what you needed to do?
Yeah, the fact that there's different solutions and some of them require killing off the player characters really threw me about this game. So I don't know. Do you like The Incredible Machine? Do you like Incredible Tunes, whatever that is? If so, check out Nazo Makaimura, the weirdest Ghosts and Goblins spin-off we've played so far. Let's get even more obscure. Did you know that there was a Ghosts and Goblins related product on the Neo Geo Pocket Color?
I didn't know that.
Let's play SNK vs. Capcom, Match of the Millennium. This has its own dedicated source there. Okay, you got it. This is one of the best Neo Geo Pocket Color games. This game's great. It's a really good fighting game, first of all. That's probably what you know it as, but there's a little bit more to it. Yeah, you got the tournament, you got the versus mode, but there's also Olympic mode.
Olympic?
which has a collection of minigames for either SNK or Capcom.
Yeah, no, you do need to check out the Neo Geo Pocket Color library. It's amazing.
It's so good, dude. And one of them is called Ghost Trick, no relation. Check it out. He's just here. He's in this.
Why?
I don't know. Now, Arthur was an assist character in Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2, and I think he even became playable in either Marvel 3 or Marvel 3 Ultimate, one of those.
Mm-hmm.
The Red Armor was also a fighter in SNK vs. Capcom. What was that one called? The bad one.
Ooh, I don't know.
The Neo Geo one.
Claire, we are playing this on Mednafi.
SVC Chaos, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah. That recently got re-released for whatever reason, because I don't know, everyone hates that game.
That was like I hated.
It's cool because it's got the Red Armor in it, but also no one wants to play it. I don't know. I'm all for classic gaming re-releases, even the bad ones.
You're doing good jumping over these guys.
This feels like a mobile game to me.
It's very mobile game.
In modern days, this would be a mobile game with microtransactions.
I was gonna say you'd have to pay to like color the red armor rainbow or
Purple armor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, there you go. There's my high score. I got a bronze medal.
Nice. Doll bag, huh? Not bad. You're just getting it.
Yeah, I got a lot of doll bags. I don't know why they call them that. I guess dollar bag.
Oh, dollar bag.
All right, let's continue to be incredibly obscure. Let's go for a little bit of Ghosts and Goblins content on the Dreamcast. What the? We gotta boot up a Dreamcast game? How about a little game by the name of Cannon Spike? Yep, you called it. We're doing Cannon Spike. The ultimate team-up of Capcom and Psycho. Oh, this is a little loud for the folks.
Oh gosh, yeah. Let's turn it down for real. There we go.
And turn it out for us, too. Thank you. Charlie from Street Fighter. Simone, an original character. Arthur's here. Arthur's here in this game.
Arthur's got a gun.
Also, Cammy and Boletta from Darkstalkers. What's her name?
Okay.
Fucking BB Hood.
Mm-hmm.
Just a completely inexplicable crossover for this inexplicable shoot-'em-up adjacent game. I can't really explain this game in words. You just have to look at it. Oh, Mega Man's here too.
Oh yeah, okay.
But we're not gonna play as Mega Man. We're gonna play as Arthur. You can explain it. It's sick. It's a little sick. I kind of like this game. It's unlike anything else I've ever played.
Huh.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I appreciate Arthur's here, but this isn't. This is kind of a stretch for him. So you mostly got ranged attacks. Arthur's good because he's got these missiles that deal a shit ton of damage. Now we gotta fight a big wheel dragon. Boy, this game sure is psycho.
A little bit. Is that why they call themselves Psycho? Because they're a little bit psycho?
I guess so.
Okay.
A lot of this feels like, you know, actual shot mechanics from stuff like Gunbird and Strikers, except it's ground-based.
Yeah, this is so strange. It's like a combo of a shmup and a beat 'em up. Is what it looks like to me.
Yeah, a little bit.
A beat 'em shmup.
A beat 'em shmup. A beat 'em and shmeat 'em. Let's pretend I never said that.
Never say that. Never. Oh my god. You're getting hit by a car. God damn it.
Arthur shouldn't have to put up with this shit.
I'm the only one who gets hit by cars here.
I've never been any good at this, but from what I've played, I've enjoyed it a lot. The whole combination shoot 'em up and melee mechanics just... There's something to it here. And it's kind of a shame that there's never been another game like this. Maybe Arthur's just really good in this game.
He is pretty sick. He is pretty sick.
This is not on Mister. This is running on Redream.
Yeah, we're doing Redream for this bad boy.
If Mister had a Dreamcast core, that would be amazing. I'm just waiting for the CDI core.
I'm so excited for the CDI core. God.
Whoops. That was a waste. At least Arthur's more used to these enemies. He's like, zombies I can deal with. Zombie dogs, okay. I'm the right man for the job. Bio Gorilla Bloody?
Hello!
Bio Gorilla Bloody. Is he a relative of Bioforce Ape? Oh my god.
Okay.
Dude, what the fuck is with this game? This goes so hard. And it's Ghosts and Goblins tie-in for some reason. And also Mega Man, and also Street Fighter. I don't... Something about the Dreamcast back then. They had a special sauce.
They sure did.
They were drinking that Dreamcast sauce. Oh, I've been playing this a lot, actually. Okay, we should probably move on, but...
Yeah.
This is a game that has Arthur in it for some reason. And it kind of rules. Definitely check out Cannon Spike for Dreamcast. Alright, bring up a Mister window.
Alright, here we go.
It's time to get a little weird. The timeline's kind of cross here. I'm not much of a fan of this game, but we do need to show it off. Folks, it's time to play Makaimura for Wonderswan. That's right, we're going there. We're going back to the world of the Bandai Wonderswan. The monochrome, portable. Actually, there was later a Wonderswan Color, but this is one of the few games that's monochrome. It never got a color release. Makaimura for Wonderswan. So if you're wondering how we could get weirder than a Psycho shooter that features Arthur, the Wonderswan is the answer. Now, before you get too excited, like a lot of the other Capcom Wonderswan games, it's not actually by Capcom. What Bandai did is they licensed out a bunch of popular Capcom games and then had Tosei develop those games.
That's no good.
Yeah. So there's a couple of incredibly fucked up Mega Man games for the system, and if you're wondering why they kind of suck ass, that's why. Unfortunately, this one's no different. It's kind of bad, but it exists. Oh, was it not Tosei? It was some other...
Okay,
some other contract developer. Still, in 1999, it had been a while since we've seen a proper Ghosts and Goblins game. So here we go. He can no longer double jump. He can't shoot up or shoot down. There's a lot wrong with this game. I'm gonna try to be nice, because the Wonderswan was what it was.
I do love his chunky little body.
He looks weird.
He does.
Alright, the Woody Pigs are back. That's nice. I don't want that. Oh, what do you turn me into in this one? Oh my god, a baby!
Oh, your baby!
I got babyfied. Don't ghost the baby. God damn it.
Babies' natural enemies are ghosts.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's why I mean, there's a documentary about it called Poltergeist. I recommend it.
This game is not really considered part of the canon. People
That's
who
fair.
run the entire series as part of speedruns, they just kind of pretend this doesn't exist. But I do want to show off a little bit of it because, God, it's such a pain in the ass.
It looks like a pain in the ass.
Oh, the hitboxes. Why with the hitboxes? The backgrounds look pretty good in this. I'll give it that much. It just has a very generic feel to it, which, if there's something you can say about the Ghosts and Goblins mainline games, they're not generic. Fuck. Man, shit just flies at you in this. Ooh. Maybe I should get really good at this.
I think you should.
I should be the only speedrunner of this godforsaken Ghosts and Goblins game. I at least want to get to the first boss, though. Because there is unique content to this. It's not like... it's not a port of an existing game. We're gonna continue, damn it. They did try to do their own thing. There's original graphics and gameplay and level design and whatnot. I've said whatnot a lot this stream.
It's okay.
That leaves a lot to the imagination. I should be more specific. Like, maybe one person's definition of whatnot is different from another person's. Why the birds take 2 hits? Did they just forget to make this jump possible?
I guess so.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna be here for the next 5 hours until I make this damn jump. Fuck it, we damage boost.
You are gonna make that jump. Thank you, Inari Fox, for the raid. Appreciate that. We are going through...
Hey, Inari, thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good stream.
Going through Makaimura, Makaimura ports, and spin-offs.
Just look at this guy. This boss actually looks pretty cool, I think. He's like a Frankenstein of some sort. And he shoots out slime boys.
Slime boys? I was giving a shout out. I didn't know there'd be slime boys.
Yeah, you missed the slime boys.
Oh, look at that guy. I like him.
He's okay. So they did what they could with this game. It's just... well, if you played other Wonderswan games, you know the problem with this one. It's just not the game you know and love. Got his ass.
Nice catch.
What's with that theme there? Da,
It's
da, 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 da.
Oh man, Neopets on PS2. I have got to... That is a showcase I want to do in the future. Neopets.
The Darkest Fairy?
Yeah, I've...
That one?
I wanted to play that game so much.
There he is. They got the red armor. He acts kind of strange in this one. He doesn't really have a lot of smarts. Still good enough to kill me, though. That's the axe in this one? It just goes up? Sorry, y'all. I'm not sold on Wonderswan Makaimura. But I did put time into playing that so you could properly appreciate something else. Alex, load that shit up.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Give me a second here to load this up.
For whatever reason, some game designer out there saw Wonderswan Makaimura and they were inspired. They thought, I can fix this. I can make this something great. And so they spent years making a completely original, but based on Wonderswan Makaimura game called Ghosts and Demons. This is a lot like Wonderswan, the Wonderswan game. It takes a while to load, don't worry about it. If anything, this game's kind of poorly optimized and takes a way too long to load, but this is freely available. You can find this on itch.io.
Oh,
It is free, and it is a labor of love, I tell you what. You'd have to make this a labor of love to find anything to love in Wonderswan Makaimura. But it's worth it.
Seems like it. I can see the loading bar here, so it's definitely loading. That's good. God, I love the little scan lines on him. That's cute.
I want to get into this. Ghosts and Goblins series speedrunner Aquas really got into this game. He's like world record holder on this. You can see him playing this pretty often. And every time I see this game, I'm like, man, this is fucking great. I gotta get into this. And this stream finally gave me the incentive to download and play this for the first time.
G&G anniversary.
Yeah, I need focus for this.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what they're doing?
Cool.
One brave night.
No! Danny, save her!
All right.
Oh, she's in grave danger because she's in...
The graveyard, yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There's a lot of goofy shit in this, which I kind of appreciate. It's got voice acting.
I like the voice acting.
This is fucking awesome. I haven't played more than a level of this, but I really appreciate all the work that went into this. So let's see what Ghosts and Demons is like after this brief loading screen.
Okay. Yeah, I love the coloration of these sprites. I like this a lot. Oh, you killed
I killed her! What? You can do that?
You can kill... Well, yeah.
Whoops. Sorry about that.
Danny, we have one rule on stream, and that's not to kill ladies.
I broke the rules, so sue me. But yeah, look at this. If you've seen the Wonderswan Makaimura, it's got the same level layout. It's just... they juiced it up with a whole lot more enemies, a lot of variety to the encounters. You have different armors you can get.
It's got screen shake.
They even have the zombies from the arcade Ghosts and Goblins and the NES Ghosts and Goblins, and they act differently.
I gotta say it. This looks like an amazing labor of love. This looks like such a labor of love.
It's so good. It's kind of honestly better than Wonderswan Makaimura deserves, but the creator of this saw something in that game, and he was right. He brought out the good in it. It's also very tough, as you might expect. Whoops. I've never gotten more than past level 2 in this game. Let's try again.
Okay.
Yeah, made by Bonus Jay-Z. Hey, Anonymous, I've seen you play this too. This game's awesome. Like, shockingly so if you've played the Wonderswan Makaimura.
Yeah, this makes some Wonderswan Makaimura look kind of like shit. Sorry.
Yeah,
Wonderswan
it was
Makaimura.
literally a cheap cash-in by Bandai, but they fixed it. I've seen people play a lot of this. This has got some crazy weapons in it. Oh, there he is. Here to ruin our day. Whoa. The
I love
freaking
the sound
armor
effects.
damaged the chest. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was cool.
That's crazy. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna leave. Oh.
Whoa!
Oh,
he's
you're
so
not gonna make
cool
me fight
here.
these guys at the same time. No, you're not. I'm fucked, dude. I didn't think the armor would follow me. Whoa.
Arimer! Arimer, watch yourself!
Well, I got him. Yeah, just this one level gives you an idea of how much they amped this game up. Everything is bigger and more vibrant. There's just a shit ton of more enemies to fight, and it's just more interesting in general. I just really like the idea of putting in multiple zombies across multiple ports of the game.
I like that, yeah.
The dog jumped into the fire.
Bad news for the dog. Dogs are not good with fire.
Ooh, I kicked him. He didn't like that. Yeah, yeah. Eat it. It's also got this crazy dodge mechanic. This is its own separate button.
That's so strange.
There's also a stomp.
Watch out for the clouds.
He's spitting something. Ugh. I don't like this. No, the slime boys.
No! My slime! Oh, shit, nice.
Got his ass. That was tense. And tense is something that the Wonderswan game was not. So gotta hand it to him. Oh yeah, there's also an emote button in this game. Like you can, which button is that? Yeah, you can do that.
That's cool.
And you can do that.
All right, game's great. Best game ever made. #1 game. Perfect. Best game of of the entire night.
This game has Alex's approval.
Yep.
Not only is there butt frame, there's a butt wiggle.
Good, good, good.
See a little bit of level 2 and then we'll move on.
Okay.
But just the fact that this exists and was inspired by probably one of the worst games in the series is really incredible. It kind of reminds me of like what M2 did with some of those shittier Castlevania games. Like how they remade Castlevania The Adventure into that WiiWare game. And just a few weeks ago, they did the same thing for Haunted Castle, the arcade game. They straight up made a remake as part of their new Dominus collection.
Cool.
You remember that janky-ass Haunted Castle?
Yeah, I do. It was really kind of stupid.
The thing is, they made the remake also stupid, but
Good.
it's also good. Like, they understood the assignment. They made it goofy and stupid and kind of awesome. I was gonna play that if Castlevania won this week's poll, but... oh well. I'll just have to deal with playing Ghosts and Goblins, I suppose.
I guess you would.
Alright, let's move on.
Okay.
Just goes to show you what the fans can do. So, I'm actually glad that Wonderswan Makaimura was made. Thank you, Bandai. So let's briefly go over a few games that we're not actually going to see in action. Are you ready with these images here, Alex?
Yeah, let's go.
Believe it or not, there are iPhone Ghosts and Goblins games, including Ghosts and Goblins Gold Knights, which looks like this. I played this back in the day. I did iPhone coverage for a really long time, back when that was a thing, back when the iPhone just launched. I had an iPod Touch, which was like equivalent, it just wasn't a phone. Just to put it in perspective, this game is quite easy enough to play with on-screen touch controls, which were very bad and unresponsive. Ooh. They had to make the game easier to compensate, and I remember it being okay to play through. Okay as in Wonderswan Makaimura, okay. Nothing you really need to concern yourself with, but if you really want to play it, I guess you can find a pirated copy nowadays, because these have long been delisted. There was also a sequel, and it looks like this. This one, I don't remember if I played, but I do remember they added a bunch of microtransactions to it. Like, you could buy 9 lives or buy, like, extra armor that gives you extra hits, and I was just like, this is stupid. I don't want to play this. I didn't bother with this one. There was also, for whatever reason, a couple of attempts to make Ghosts and Goblins online, as in MMORPGs. This looks, well... The guy who made this prototype did a presentation at GDC in 2003 and showed off a brief video. If you look up Unseen 64 Ghosts and Goblins Online, you can find a brief 1-minute video of this. It's not interesting. It's just Arthur wandering around a village that doesn't have anything else in it. And it would have been an MMO for some reason.
Huh.
I don't really get it. It didn't get off the ground. It didn't get made, but it was going to be for PS2 and Xbox, so it would have been a console MMO. That would have set it apart, I suppose. And then many years later, they tried again. A Korean company made a game that looks like every other MMORPG I've ever seen in my life.
Sure does.
I look at screens like this and I'm all like, okay, this is one of those games where you manage a bunch of cooldown timers. They even got the Diablo orbs in the bottom. I don't have my brain shut off. I'm no longer thinking about this game. This game actually ran for a few years. There's footage of the closed beta test and the final version on YouTube if you really want to look at it. But it did shut down a few years after being made. It hasn't been online since 2016. So anyone who wants to play Ghouls and Ghosts online, you're out of luck. Sorry. What you can play are a couple of PS2 games that were in the Ghosts and Goblins universe. So let's briefly check out some Maximo. Yeah, what was even going on in that screenshot? It was just a bunch of people firing off all their special abilities at once, running around. Oh, this game actually has a long intro, so why don't you load state for me?
Okay.
I made a save state for this.
All right, that's under
System load
yeah,
state. Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Right in the action. Let's do it.
Who's that?
That's Maximo.
Who's Maximo?
You're introduced to him in the intro cutscene, and someone kidnaps the princess. He tries to save her, and then he's instantly killed. So he gets brought back to life, and then the Grim Reaper's like, "You better save that princess, buddy." And he's like, "Okay, I guess."
Okay, fair enough. But what happened to Arthur?
That's not Arthur.
I know, but why isn't Arthur here? Why is it Maximo?
Anyone want to answer that? I don't have a good answer for that. Can you turn it down for us?
Why did they get a new foot cheese?
Yeah, foot cheese, 500 coins. Turn it down for us if you would.
Foot cheese?
I guess Capcom didn't want to make a new Ghosts and Goblins, but they did want to use the universe, so they just made a new hero character and had their US division make Maximo 1 and 2.
I like the Dutch angles in this platformer. That's very strange.
It is neat. I like how everything's at a tilt, and he still has
Yeah.
that jaunty run. For the record, this is Capcom Studio 8, who also made Final Fight Streetwise.
Ah.
Classic of the genre, that is, for sure.
That makes sense. Thank you, Carmen, for the 100 bits. Arthur changed his name to Maximo Power. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay.
This game's neat.
It
It
seems
does
neat.
it does its own thing. It's one of those 3D action games that were popular on PS2. I will tell you one thing, it's not Ghosts and Goblins.
Doesn't seem like it.
It doesn't play like it at all. It does have some nods to the series. It's got some enemies. It's got the theme music that plays every so often. It's just, man, why couldn't you have just made a Ghosts and Goblins for PS2? People do like these games, though. I tried to play this, and I found it impossible. These games are really tough.
Yeah, I remember that being really tough.
Maybe I should go back to them, though.
I think you should. Mostly I just want to watch you stream a bunch of Ghosts and Goblins and stuff like that.
If not me, then who?
Exactly.
I think Dino has played through these games. He seems to like them fine enough, and he has good taste in games. Maybe I should trust Dino.
I think you should.
Yeah, as far as I know, these games are pretty well regarded. They got pretty good scores from critics. It sold well enough for them to make a sequel. So maybe I should just get over myself, right?
I mean, if you want.
If I want, I should get over myself. I'm just like, man, where's Arthur? Where's the red armor? He does get in his underwear.
Okay, good. Wow, okay. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know if there's a dedicated butt frame for when he
I was
climbs
going
ladders.
to say his butt doesn't seem as cheeked up as the other Arthur.
I haven't played this long enough to
It's a
see if
little
there's
flat.
butt in here. Remember, a game has to have butt to be part of the Ghosts and Goblins over. It's official. You know, I'm kind of liking this.
I was going to say, this looks, you're having a good time.
Actually playing this does seem to play pretty well, especially considering how early it was for PS2. So maybe there's something here. It's just... Okay, the other part of me not liking this is I had to review Final Fight Streetwise when that came out.
Oh, God.
And if you've played Final Fight Streetwise, maybe you understand why I'm less willing to have love in my heart for this game.
Yeah, that game broke you. I remember
I fucking
that.
hated Final Fight Streetwise. I hate it, but I gotta stream it just so people can see where that game goes. It goes places, and none of them are good. I also have an early prototype version that has, like, it's even more edgy than the final version.
Yeah. I think we may have showed it off at some point, but I want to see it again.
I think I did, yeah.
Yeah.
How to break a thing. Do I just kill the skellies? Oh, those are good skellies, though.
Wait, no, Rip.
Eh,
Oop.
you did it. All right, Maximo. I'm putting you on the list. You better not disappoint me. Not after Final Fight Streetwise. Can I learn to love again after Final Fight Streetwise?
I think you can. I think you just need to open your heart to Maximo.
Okay. Well, why don't I open my heart to Maximo 2, which also exists. Yeah, shut down. System shut down.
Thank you.
Maximo versus Army of Zin is what this is called. You think that's an Army of Darkness reference?
I was wondering that, actually.
Oh, I have a save state for this one, too, so load that. I also have an aversion to story and cutscenes, so the more recent a game is, the less likely I'm going to be interested in it.
Ooh, it's Oakmead Hollow, Danny! Oh.
Oh!
Danny, I need to go to a Ren fair with my jester character. I am sure I would be beloved by all the workers.
If there's one place for jesters nowadays, it's the Ren Fair. Anyone play this one? What can you tell me about this one compared to the first one? Is it good? How do it? Yeah, it's a treasure chest. You open it. You open it. Fine, I don't want to open it anyway.
You don't need to.
Yeah, it could be I need a key. I don't got time for that. It's fun when people dress up and interact with you at the Ren Fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, you'd be part of the experience. Rachel, I was in the same boat. Like, I bought a copy of this, but I never booted it up. When I got this version for this stream, this was the first time I ever played this. Supposedly, they added some new stuff for this. There's more mechanics. There's new underwear you can get that gives you different abilities.
I like that. There's beer.
There's beer.
Okay. That's what Arthur needs, is a nice cold glass of beer, man.
You can split open stumps. Couldn't do that in the first one.
That's true. This is more forgiving? Okay, I like that.
Okay. You know, considering how unfair the first game was, I kind of appreciate they dialed back the difficulty. So maybe I should start with this one, because I bounced off the first one pretty hard. It gets to a point where you're like, you lack a lot of resources you need to save your game and progress. Oops, sorry.
You slashed a lady! What did I say about our rules about ladies?
Look! I got a sword, I'm gonna swing it, and if you're in front of it, that's your fault.
Perhaps you could use my armor.
Perhaps. This does seem to control better than the first one, and it just feels, in general, smoother. So yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll play this one and then go back to the first one. I'll have the benefit of hindsight.
Nice.
I didn't murder that lady. She survived that attack.
Okay, it was an attempted murder.
I'm an acquitted lady killer. Damn it, this is good too. I like
You're
this.
Having fun? Yeah, it looks like you're having fun.
I don't want to have fun. I need less games to play, not more. Shit, I hate when I have fun with games.
Sorry, honey.
It's such bullshit.
He has a cool scar.
The boxers don't fit, you must acquit. Rest in peace, OJ. Alex covered his face in shame after I said that. I'm getting slap happy and goofy with this stream. We should probably move on.
Thank you, Zinjin Meng, for the raid. We are...
Hey, thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good stream.
Oh my god.
We're covering a bunch of Ghouls'n Goblins ports and spin-offs, and we're at the tail end of this stream. So let's move on to our final couple of games, I think. So there was the main three Ghouls'n Goblins. There was the weird Wonderswan spin-off that no one really acknowledged or liked or wanted to remember. There was Maximo, which was good, apparently, but also it was just a spin-off. It wasn't actually Ghouls'n Goblins or Ghouls and Ghosts. And then something crazy happened, in addition to all the bonks that I'm receiving right now. Cardman, thank you for the 100 bits. They brought it back. They made a new Ghosts and Goblins for the PlayStation Portable. The crazy boys and girls at Capcom went and made an actual honest to God sequel called Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins. Let's play it. Not a spin-off, not a Red Armor game, not a Wonderswan game, not a Maximo. An actual for real Ghosts and Goblins. You have new respect for G&G? Nice. I do play these games a lot. Even though I'm getting bonked for my beliefs.
I'm sorry, dude.
Turn down for us. He's back.
He looks cool. I'm glad Maximo's not here. No offense to Maximo, but I don't think we needed to yassify Arthur there.
Yassified Arthur.
He was, right? He was like fancy, like, you know, Arthur for the hip new age. And we don't need that. We don't need this Arthur for the tech generation or whatever.
The tech generation. You're ascribing things to him that he hasn't yet done.
I know, I'm being a jackass, but you know.
Tech bro Arthur in the cargo shorts. Yeah, I was really happy to see that UFO 50 had a Karnov-like in it. Like, of all the things to bring back, Karnov.
Alright! So this is going to be the ultimate Ghosts and Goblins game. They even said so in the title.
Yeah. In Japan, this is called Goku Makaimura, which is Ultimate Makaimura. Yeah, sure.
Chat saying, this game is kind of easier.
I gotta tell you, I had a PSP back then. I bought this brand new when it came out. I played all the way through it, and I thought it was garbage. I hate the fuck out of this game. This was such a huge disappointment to me. Like, I couldn't believe how much I didn't enjoy this. There's parts of this to like, but they fucked it up bad.
How?
There's a lot of backtracking you have to do for items. Like, just structurally, it makes you wander the levels in search of stuff, which isn't really fun. It's been so long, I can't really describe it specifically what I didn't like about this. I wanted to like it, is the thing. There's a double jump, but it's locked behind which items you get. Like, you don't always have it, so you always feel like you're kind of under-equipped. That, and I just thought the game was kind of garish looking.
It is a little, it definitely has that PSP garishness that they had for, like, the Mega Man game, too. Yeah, it's got that Mega Man whatever vibe. Hard to describe, but
they decided to go a little bit extra with the graphics.
Yeah.
Which, it's Ghosts and Goblins, you don't need a lot extra. Fuck.
You skeleton. You fun.
You fine. Yeah, you respawn instantly on death, which would seem like a good thing, but they somehow made it bad in ways that I've forgotten. The dude came out of there. Oh, put me in the soup.
No, no.
The soup makes you huge.
Okay, cool soup. You look like you've just been stretched taller.
I'm sorry to anyone who likes this game, but man,
A lot of people like this game.
I am not among you.
Danny is an official hater for this game and has been an official hater for it forever. I remember.
Yeah, I was a hater from day one.
I remember your hatred of this, like back when it came out, and just being so frustrated. And it's just like, I'm so sorry.
I beat it once, and that's never gonna happen again. I remember having fun with it to an extent, but the more the game went on, the more annoying it became.
So was that an evil potion that just killed you? And
You can
now
also
you're
be
tiny.
small.
What the hell's going on in this game?
Now, hang on, is there a butt sprite? There's not.
No.
You can't see a butt sprite in this. Need I say more?
You're a woman now.
Now I'm a woman. Oh, you can still attack. And you float.
Good float.
Alright, that's kind of cool. Luckily, we don't need to play much of this because in Japan, for whatever reason, they decided, you know what, we made this, we thought it was good, but actually it kind of sucks. So why don't we re-release this and make it good instead? And that's what they did with Goku Makaimura Kai. Oh, you want to shut down?
Okay. Where's shut down?
Just exit.
Oh, boy.
And then start her up again.
Oh, okay, okay.
Now, this one never got released in the States. We only got Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins, the non-revised version. But from what I've seen, people like this one. Like, including speedrunners like Aquas. He's really into this. And his opinion is one I tend to respect. Turn it down more for us. It needs to be way lower. Thank you. And if you get this version, it actually includes both versions of the game. The non-revised and the revised one. Yeah, this is also on PSP. But you need to import. Now what this does is it takes out all that weird level traversal and backtracking bullshit and makes it more like an actual arcade Ghosts and Goblins game. It also restores checkpoint respawns. And really just everything I've seen about this game makes it seem more like they took out the stuff that was fucked up and bad. But here's my question. Why not just make it good in the first place? Why do you need to re-release it and make it good? Having played through the original, I still see this and I don't like it. This isn't the experience that I had with the game originally. It's always going to be tainted, my opinion of this game, by playing the non-revised one. Now, to its credit, you always have double jump in this game. You always have enough abilities to make it seem like things are survivable. It's just, man.
Cool.
Like, y'all knew it was fucked up. Why did you release it like that? And why didn't you release the good one in America? Mm-hmm. You guys. I'm in your corner here. I'm Ghosts and Goblins fan #1. Officially, they gave me a plaque at E3. They didn't actually do that.
No plaques. We could get you a plaque, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can just buy awards at award shops and have them engraved.
Now, who would do that? Who would do such a thing? Oh, fuck. That shit's just hard to see in this game. I'm a complainer. I'm a big-time complainer. This is probably annoying you if you actually like this game, but it's gonna take a lot to get me to like this game. And by a lot, I mean actually playing through it. It'll happen one of these days. It's just really hard to shake that initial opinion I had of it. And I know I'm not alone. There are some haters of this game. But I don't want to be among you. I don't want to be a hater. I'm a lover, not a hater.
That's true.
I'm a hater.
You are a hater.
I'm hating in real time. Shit, damn. There's all my hating coming out. I was hoping I'd make some progress in this game, but it's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah.
There's something to like here. I just need to be in the right mood. Maybe someday I'll probably come around on Goku Makaimura Kai.
I think you should. I think you should try to give it a fair shot.
I'm optimistic.
Okay.
Considering how much I love the other games in the series, there's probably something here to like. I mean, you get to be a floaty large lady.
I like the floaty. Oh, thank God. I'm glad I don't have to see her flight to her death.
Even the play control's not that bad. Man, okay.
You're growing to like it. This
It'll
is
happen.
character growth.
It'll happen.
That's what people watch.
I refuse to have character growth,
Okay.
but eventually my opinion will shift on this, I think. It's just not going to be today. Still, this is a thing that exists. And I do want to emphasize, if you want to play this, definitely play Goku Makaimura Kai and not the original. do play the revised version because by all accounts it is way, way better in every possible way. We got one more PSP game to check out. Did you know there was some Mega Mans for PSP?
I did.
Mega Man Powered Up is what we're about to play. I can turn it back up for us now. This is a game I've been wanting to stream for a while. Just never really had the opportunity.
Let's go!
Oh.
Look at him.
Okay, I have to say, his head is massive.
Yeah, he's got a big old noggin, this guy. Capcom had huge plans for Mega Man on PSP. They wanted to remake every single NES Mega Man. They wanted to remake every single Mega Man X game. And what they did is they remade the first game in both series, and then they stopped, because nobody bought them. That doesn't mean this game isn't cool, though. And it does have one thing that ties it into Ghosts and Goblins. But you need to have a save file, because all of this is through downloadable content you can't get anymore. Let's play as Roll. Now the DLC, luckily, is tied to a save file. You don't need to install, like, separate data. You can just download this shit right off GameFAQs. And look at this.
Hey! She's not afraid of ghouls or ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's adorable.
I'm really glad they made Roll a playable character in this. And they gave her all these costumes. There's also a bunch for Mega Man and Proto Man. Yeah, the online features were up for this for a long time. It was just recently they got shut down. And you can play through this game as Roll in her Arthur costume.
That's so cute!
There's also a level creation mechanic that allows you to make custom levels. And those have tile sets for Ghosts and Goblins as well.
Oh, that's sick. That's sick.
There's a lot of stuff in this game. It goes way beyond just being a Mega Man 1 remake. Like Capcom, they were ready to start up the Mega Man machine again with this one. They were ready to just cook that golden goose as much as they could cook it, but that was not to be. That doesn't mean they didn't put in the effort, though. I would have wanted to see a Mega Man 2 remake in this style. Or especially X2. But it was not to be. That lance is huge. She can barely wield that thing. I only played through this once, but I remember liking it. You ever played through Powered Up?
I have never played Powered Up, actually. It's the first I've heard of it. I know of it, but I have actually never touched it.
It's pretty neat. It's like an alternate dimension with Mega Man.
I need to get more into the PSP.
It's a good time to do it.
It is, it is.
Nobody gives a fuck about the PSP nowadays. And all the games you can just download. There's a really good emulator for it now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd actually be able to do this on my iPad with the emulators they now allow on iPad.
Oh yeah, there's a mobile version.
Yeah, there's a...
God.
It's pretty cool.
I remember having a hacked PSP back then, and that was a pain in the ass to put games on it. But nowadays, it's real convenient. So if you ever wanted to explore the PSP library, there's never been a better time.
Yeah, what I do is I just hook up the PS, one of the PS PlayStation controllers. I attach it with the USB cord to the iPad, and bada bing, bada boom, I'm playing God for SNES.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. I'm playing games in my room. Sorry.
We're clearly punch drunk tonight.
Little bit.
We've extended ourselves way too far, but we have one final game to get to. There you go. Those are most of the Ghosts and Goblins games, most of the ports, the spin-offs, the weirdness, the oddities, the Red Aramer games. Alex, start up Steam.
Oh, it's on Steam. Okay. I was wondering where this was.
It's
gonna
right
be.
there.
Okay.
There's a tile right there.
Oh, I literally kept clicking on it.
Folks, there is a new Ghosts and Goblins game that came out a few years ago. I've had it in my Steam library for the last year or so. I just never actually got around to starting it up. And live on stream right now, I'm going to play it for the very, very, very first time. This is Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. Why not, right? There's no better time to do this. If I'm going to play it, why not live on stream? Oh yeah, there's also cameo appearances in games like Namco vs. Capcom, various crossovers. There's so many games in which Arthur appears, or like the Red Armor. There's Red Armor cards in the SNK vs. Capcom card game on Neo Geo Pocket Color. And the Mega Man 7. You can like enable Ghosts and Goblins music in that game. I could go on forever, but we gotta end at some point. Now, I was surprised to see that this game actually involved the original creator, Tokuro Fujiwara, as well as the involvement of his development team, Whoopee Camp, which, as far as I knew, was dissolved after the Tomba games, but they're still around and still making games, apparently. So, whoopee for Whoopee Camp.
I guess so.
I don't like how this looks. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it right now. In terms of gameplay, I'm holding out hope, but... modern game look.
You don't like it? Well, you're an old gamer, that's why.
Hey!
Sorry.
Alright, I like these guys.
I do like the little freaks.
Transition from Age of Empires intro to mobile ad. I wasn't gonna say it, but they're looking a little mobile game with it.
Look at his ass. This is good.
Okay, we got ass.
He's got a really thick butt, and that's very important to me.
Again, this is first impressions, so these are raw feelings that I'm expressing here on stream. Raw, unfettered emotions from someone who has played way too many of these games.
Sick. Okay, this could be good. I like the aesthetic, but I like storybook aesthetics.
The retro pals are torn as to how they feel about this game so far. Resurrection.
In my opinion, it could be good. But I'm a very optimistic man.
Yeah, I'm holding out hope. The speedrunners, Aquas, and them all.
Umbral bees? What the?
They seem to like this.
Umbral bees.
I will be a squire. There's co-op? What? We're not doing that, but okay.
Okay.
Since when is there co-op in these games? Pick your poison.
There are the execution grounds.
What do you think?
Graveyard. It's
Okay.
classic.
Yeah, you gotta go with the graveyard. Yeah, other people didn't have an idea there was co-op either.
Yeah, I'm curious about how co-op's gonna be.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
like
storybook.
Alex. I'm not gonna make him play co-op.
Aw. Okay, it looks like a video game now.
Okay, alright. Yeah, okay. Instantly, my opinion improves. Alright, you can shoot up, you can shoot down. You got a double jump? Nope. You do commit to your jumps, though.
That's good.
Looks like you can fire your weapon. Yep. It appears there's some sort of jumping mechanic.
Checkpoints.
Oh, you can jump and fire at the same time?
I love the little colorful explosions when your friends die. I mean, your enemies.
They're not my friends.
I know. I'm sorry. You're not friendly with zombies.
So it's come to this, after so many years, from arcades to NES, to PlayStation Portable, to Wonderswan, to ZX Spectrum. This is the latest and greatest Ghosts and Goblins game.
You get that little freak that's like screaming. Oh, it disappeared.
No, the Screaming Freak. Gameplay-wise, this is really tight. Like, in a way that the Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins for PSP was not. That game felt very loosey-goosey. Yeah, that's a technical term. This game, it feels very consistent and tight in the way you jump, which is how it should be. good. I got the firebomb. That's always a good weapon. What's this? What? Whoa, you're big.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, sorry, you're getting the real experience of watching me play a game for the very first time. What's this? Oh, you're big.
Hey, only your pants are gone. So
What? Oh my god, he's bottomless. That's new.
That is new. Okay, here we go. All right, that's good enough.
Whoa, you have multiple butt frames.
That's good enough for me. I respect it.
Alright. See, from the little that I knew about this game, I was just expecting Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins Part 2, honestly. But this might be good. Would they do that? Would they make a good game?
Yeah, I think they could do that.
Would they? Could they?
They can still make good games, and in fact, the problem is too many people are making good games now. So there's just not enough time. There's so many games I want to play.
Yeah.
I need to play that Anthology of the Killer game, but
Oh yeah, I want that.
I want that so bad. But then like there are all these other games I want to play, and then you got emulation, which is too much.
It's also less overwhelming and less garish than Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah, I actually really like the toned down colors in this. The color palette is a lot more cohesive, and I like the kind of puppet animation that gives it more of a storybook type feel. I like the storybook feel of this a lot.
I wasn't sold on the cutscenes, but in game it actually looks fine.
Yeah, in game this is.
Oh,
shit!
shit.
He looks sick.
He
Danny!
looks good.
He looks fucking great. Oh my god. Yes, this is sick, Danny. This game is sick. I love the painted look. Oh, the painted look is so sick in this, Danny.
Aw, man. Now I wish I'd played this sooner, because this is kind of good.
I like the way he breathes.
Oh, boy. I've done it now.
Pissed him off. And you have a shitty weapon.
He still does the stomps.
He does!
Yep. He's a stompy boy. Okay, I was kind of taking a gamble on the ending to this stream, because it would have been kind of a bummer if I played this and I was like, this sucks, I hate this. But they made it good instead of bad. Hint to all developers, try making your games good instead of bad. What?
Skeleton.
Respawn me, please. I think this is what I wanted from a Ghosts and Goblins sequel. Shockingly enough. They didn't try to take it in a weird new direction. They didn't try to go visual overkill like the PSP games. You can lose your pants in addition to your whole suit of
I like
armor.
that. I like that your suit slowly comes apart. I like the multiple butt sprites because
Yeah, there's multiple butt sprites.
I like that this has a lot of the humor of the series. That's the thing.
Yeah.
The series has a little bit of goofs and humor to it, like the guys with the mom tattoos, like the heart tattoos, and
Yeah, the games really exemplified the whole Halloween aesthetic, where it's not like straight horror, there's all just like a bit of goofiness,
yeah,
a little bit
I like
of fun.
the goofiness.
It's not just pure terror. A
You're
frog.
a frog.
That's something you can be in the original Ghosts and Goblins. I got an achievement. Yeah, it's a little bit campy, but just enough. Just enough for it to be still believably spooky, but not stupid. But a little bit stupid.
It's got to be a little bit stupid. That's something about horror. You can't be all intelligent. You've got to be a little stupid. All my favorite horror films have a little bit of goofiness to them.
I prefer elevated Ghosts and Goblins.
This Ghosts and Goblins is a symbol of my terrible childhood.
I want the red armor to have a visible dick. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work for me if he doesn't have that. He's gonna fucking kill me. I should not be here. I should have actually tried to fight him.
Got him!
Ooh.
And
These
those
guys are
look
back.
cool. I'm excited for the Woody Pigs. I want to see how they look.
Oh man, yeah, the Woody Pigs. I hope they brought those back.
They better have.
We gotta see the Woody Pigs. Oh, they react to your shots too. It's kind of neat. Whoa.
That's close. Nice. And you're no longer pantsless. Oh, these trees.
There they are!
They look good. And
Oh, the
you
Woody
can see
Pigs look
the wood
amazing.
Pattern more on them. You can see the wood.
You can clearly see they're using onion stalks too.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh man,
Yeah, I like that.
I like this too. Well, thank God.
Our hater reputation is going to be blown by us liking this.
I thought I was fully given over to haterdom, and then they brought me back in with an actual, honest-to-God, good game, it looks like. Thank you, Whoopee Camp. Thank you, Capcom.
Whoopee! We made a good game!
That should be their tagline.
It should be.
Whee! Oh!
Right into the drink.
Alright. They should have made him look more like burritos, you're right. Oh shit. One more.
Okay.
Alright, someone make a mod for this game where you restore their original burrito-ness. And make it so that there's like steak and chicken ones.
Yes! Oh my god.
And there should be chorizo ones that take an extra hit. I'll go down. Probably like this.
There you go. There you go.
You
God, I love these
guys!
backgrounds.
Ghouls'n Goblins Resurrection is good. You guys! The impossible has happened. I was ready to write this series off forever after the PSP ones. I really did not enjoy that game.
You did not. You were very much a certified hater of those games. You were such a hater of those games. I actually remember it.
Mm-hmm. Fucking okay.
You're
I'm
fine.
fine.
You're alive.
Hey, what do? Oh, I see. We'll
Fuck
do this.
you.
He looks kind of weird with just armor pants.
He does. I
Like he's
that.
wearing jeans or something.
There
All
you
right,
go.
there's another mod in addition to the burrito ghosts, Arthur and jeans.
I would love Jarther.
Sure.
Ugh.
Oh, this is fun. There's an element of fun to this.
That's the thing. This seems to have a lot of the fun of the series. Who is it? Oh my god, he's sick! This
He looks
is
awesome.
sick, Danny.
He's huge too.
God, I love the
Wha-
paper. I love the paper and painting look of this game so
He
much.
killed the fuck out of me.
I love the way his necklace wiggles with all the little skulls on it. This is so good, Danny.
I don't want that. I got the knife. Alright, we'll beat this guy, and then we'll finish up. You know, I'm really glad we got the opportunity to do this stream. I stream a shit ton of Ghouls'n Goblins games on my side channel. That's like all I do. I just stream like 1ccs of those games, but I so rarely get the opportunity to see the spin-offs and the ports and things. And seeing those has given me more appreciation for these games. Because it seems really simple, right? Guy who gets down to his underwear when he's hit. He fights a bunch of ghosts and shit. But it's more than that. As we saw by the Amiga games, there's more to the formula than just having that game. You gotta actually have fun, too.
Go, 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 go!
Now, if only this had a Tim Fallon soundtrack, then it would be incredible.
Take a key for going in!
I will.
Nice catch!
Oh, it's still got nice catch.
And you got
I'm racking up the Chivos.
Yeah, you got a Chiva that said, for going in, so that's good. Oh, I love the aesthetic of this game.
Well, I wasn't sure if I was going to say this at the start of the stream, but Ghouls'n Goblins Resurrection, recommended. Check it out. When it's on sale, it can be like $10, and this is easily a $10 game. I would pay $10 for this game all day. Well, actually, no, I would pay $10 once.
You would.
That's usually how that works. The Hellfire Hamlet. I'm gonna be beating this. I'm going to be playing through more of this. They got the windmill stage back. Do they have the turtles? Yeah, they do. Oh, you guys, they made a new G&G and it's good.
God, I'm sorry that I keep talking about the textures in this game, but I love them. I love the.
All right, cut me off.
graphics.
You gotta
Okay.
cut me off. You gotta
Okay,
close the
okay.
window. We're done. Ghouls'n Goblins Resurrection. It's good. You know what else is good? The Ghouls'n Goblins series. The games I would recommend checking out are Demon's Crest for Super Nintendo. That is a super, super good game. Very much recommend you play that. Makaimura Revision G, specifically the arcade game, I'd recommend that. Dai Makaimura, the arcade version, is another one I'd recommend. And the Super Nintendo Super Ghouls and Ghosts is also good.
Good.
Those are the games you should most check out, I think. I'm looking forward to playing more of Super Ghouls and Ghosts on GBA. That was a surprise to me.
That looked good. Yeah.
And just getting a chance to see how these games fared on the Amiga and ZX Spectrum was also a lot of fun. So special thanks to all of our patrons for voting to make this week's theme happen.
Thank you so much.
It's because of you that we did it. And now we've done it. That's it. The end. End of stream. Oh yeah, Nazo Makaimura. God, what a game that was.
Yeah.
Head to patreon.com/retropals if you want to vote for what we feature during our Wednesday showcase streams. This time around, people voted for Ghouls'n Goblins over Castlevania. I didn't think it could happen, but it did. And this was a super, super fun stream to do. So thank you all for voting the way you did.
Yeah, thank you.
New polls coming up on Friday. Please vote in that as well. Kabi Torori, thank you for the 100
Thank you for the
bits.
bits.
God, what a good stream that was. I just want to play a shit ton of games now. All right, Alex, wrap us up. I'm going to look for a raid target.
We are also on YouTube.
Wee!
I'm having a good time here. YouTube.com/retropals. You can watch full-length highlights of our streams there. Our latest one is a full 3-4 hours of Hey You Pikachu. So if you want to see us yelling at a rat, do check that out. We are also on social media. We're on Blue Sky and Discord. Let me just drop the Blue Sky link there. You can join us on Blue Sky to find out when we go live, when we've got new videos up on YouTube, and all the RetroPals news you can use. And last but not least, Discord. We have a Discord where you can chat with us about games. You can chat with us and give your suggestions for future streams. And of course, you can post your beautiful pets who we love. We love them all.
I love your pets. Thank you for
Sorry.
posting pictures
We
of
love
your
your
pets.
pets.
I'm always glad to see the pet appreciation channel light up because I
Same.
know I'm about to see some good shit. Speaking of good shit, why don't we check out our friend Dot Level, who is
Hell yeah.
playing through the Sega Saturn version of Castlevania Symphony of the Night on a Sega Saturn that I gave her last year. So it's partially my fault that she's suffering through this incredibly jank port of an incredibly good game. So go have fun there. Go have a good rest of your evening, and we'll see you later. Thanks for watching.
See ya, folks.